This is Mustang Football. Brought to you by Advanced Homes and by American Bus Sales. Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma. Neely Insurance and Financial Services. Edwin Evers Pecans. Armstrong Bank. Texoma Tractor. Will Rogers Animal Hospital. And by RCB Bank. This is the Advanced Homes Tailgate Show.
Maybe it's the scary thought of a first day of kindergarten. Will I make friends? What if I don't like the food? Or the anticipation of recess in second grade? Or in fifth grade, the realization that maybe girls don't have cooties after all. Or the fun, yet stress of a middle school dance. Maybe it's the struggle of being a freshman. Or the joy of no longer being the freshman. The exhilaration of when things begin to come together as an upperclassman. Or the honor of leadership and expectations that come with being a senior. The journey of school is a long yet adventurous 14 years. For some, every day of those years has been spent here at Oologah-Talala Public Schools. For others, we're only a chapter of their story. Tonight, I have the honor and privilege of reading the names of 32 of our Mustang seniors from the football team, athletic trainers, cheerleaders, and band. We celebrate their accomplishments. We say thank you to their parents, guardians, and family that have helped them achieve so much. And tonight, we realize as seniors of the Mustang Blue and Gold, they take the field, cheer, march under the Friday night lights of Mustang Stadium one final time. It's senior night for the Mustang family, and we celebrate every moment of this journey. Hello, everybody. I'm Brent Kellogg, joined by veteran of the Mustang Blue and Gold, Mr. Blake Salt, and the rest of the Mustang broadcast crew. District foe, the Wagoner Bulldogs, have made the 60-minute journey to close out the 2024 campaign for the Mustangs. Though the season hadn't had the outcome many had hoped, that takes nothing away from the accomplishments and contributions of the graduating class of 2025. When we come back, we'll be joined with the rest of Mustang Stadium to recognize and honor an incredible group of seniors, their families, and the contribution they've made to the Mustang long blue line. This is the Advanced Home Tailgate Show on the Mustang Network.
Dreaming of building your perfect home? At Advanced Homes, we're here to make that dream a reality. Whether you're looking for traditional building or want more control with Cost Plus Building, Brian and his team have you covered. Cost Plus Building puts you in control so you can better manage the cost of your new home.
Advanced Homes specializes in building on private property and is always available to answer your questions. Founded on a family tradition of excellence in construction, real estate, and land development, Advanced Homes is committed to quality workmanship, value, and Christian values.
At Advanced Homes, we embrace your individual style, working to design a home that fits you and your family. With over 25 years of experience, Brian has an exceptional ability to take your ideas and turn them into blueprints that bring your dream home to life. Call Advanced Homes today at 918-855-6597.
Or visit us on Facebook and at advancedhbi.com.
We don't just build houses. We help you build the home you've always dreamed of.
And this is when you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this special celebration of Oologah High School Senior Night, a cherished tradition honoring our outstanding senior class who devoted their time, talent, and passion to the legacy of the Mustang family. As the sun sets on their high school journey, our seniors take the spotlight one final time, showcasing the dedication and resilience that have defined their years of contribution. It is our honor to introduce each senior along with their parents and guardians who've been unwavering in their support, cheering them on every step of the way. To parents, families, and friends who've been there for these students throughout their high school career, we extend our heartfelt appreciation. Ladies and gentlemen, we are proud to present to you the graduating class of 2025. The first Mustang senior we recognize tonight is Bryce Byers. Bryce is the son of Danny and Brandy Byers. He's attended Oologah-Talala schools for 8 years, participated in FFA for 5 years, and football for 6 years. After high school, Bryce plans to play football at a collegiate level and get a degree in ag business. He would like to take a moment to thank his friends and family for everything they've done. Their constant support, love, and guidance have shaped him into the person he is today. He also wants to thank his sister for always being there, sharing laughs, and teaching him patience. Big shout out goes to his grandparents for always showing up for him and never missing a game. He extends a heartfelt thank you to Coach Noble for pushing him to be the best he can be and seeing something in him that he's seen himself. He's grateful to his dad for teaching him a strong work ethic and how to be a true man. Lastly, he thanks his mom for teaching him how to treat people, handle hard situations, and being the loudest cheerleader in the stands. Mustang Senior Bryce Byers. Our next Mustang Senior is Braxton Davis. Braxton is the son of Jeff and Shannon Davis and Steve and Nikki Mayhew. He's attended Oologah-Talala schools for 13 years. He's participated in football for 12 years and the fishing team for 3 years. After high school, he plans to attend college on a fishing scholarship to study to become a radiologist. He would like to thank his family for always being there for him and supporting him. He's also grateful to his friends for making the high school experience memorable, and to his coaches for pushing him every day to be a better athlete. Above all, he thanks Jesus Christ for making all of this possible. Mustang Senior Braxton Davis. Our next Mustang Senior is Haley Gentry. Haley's the daughter of Mitchell and Haley Gentry. She's attended Oologah-Talala schools for 3 years. She's participated in swim for 3 years and been a football trainer for 1 year. After high school, she plans to go to college, become an ultrasound tech, and eventually get a real estate license. She would like to thank her family. She's grateful to her dad for always pushing her to be better in everything and showing up for anything and everything. She also appreciates her stepmom for stepping up, being there when she needed her most, always helping her become the best in everything she does. Mustang Senior Haley Gentry. Our next Mustang Senior is Jackson Lustig. Jackson is the son of Jason and Stacy Lustig. He's attended Oologah-Talala schools for 13 years. He's participated in football for 2 years, golf for 4 years, and basketball for 4 years. After high school, he plans to attend college somewhere in the state of Oklahoma. He'd like to thank his family and friends for always being by his side through the ups and downs. He also thanks God for the journey he has planned for him. Mustang Senior Jackson Lustig. Our next Mustang Senior is Tyler Mathis. Tyler's the son of Jared and Stephanie Mathis. He's attended Oologah-Talala schools for 7 years. He's participated in football for 6 years, wrestling for 6 years, FFA for 5 years. After high school, he plans to attend college. We'd like to thank his parents, coaches, and ag teachers for their support. Mustang Senior, Tyler Mathis. Our next Mustang Senior, Liberty Miser. Liberty's the daughter of Katie Miser. She's attended Oologah schools for 14 years. She's participated in FFA for 5 years, football training for 3 years, basketball training for 3 years, and baseball training for 3 years. After high school, she plans to attend Oklahoma State University, majoring in sports medicine, then pursue her doctorate in chiropractic medicine. She would like to express her heartfelt gratitude to the Lord for placing the right people in her life and providing her with a solid foundation. She's especially thankful for her friends and family who've constantly been there throughout her journey. A special thanks goes to the McGuire family and Smith family for their unwavering support and always showing up without hesitation. She also wants to acknowledge her grandparents, who are reliable cheerleaders and the loudest voices in the room. Appreciation extends to all the teachers and staff members who played a crucial role in shaping her into the person she is today. She's grateful for her ag teachers, Miss Smith and Mr. Jackson, who've been there for her during both challenging times and joyful moments, always among the first to congratulate her. Liberty would also like to give a shout out to her little sister for always finding a way to put a smile on her face. Even though they may have disagreements, she loves her endlessly. Finally, Liberty wishes to express her deepest thanks to her mother, #1 supporter in everything she pursues, and always her loudest cheerleader. Liberty hopes that one day she can be half the woman that her mother is. Mustang Senior, Liberty Miser. Our next Mustang Senior is Wade Peters. Wade is the son of George and Leslie Peters. He's attended Oologah-Talala schools for 14 years. He's participated in baseball for 13 years and football for 6 years. After high school, he plans to play college baseball. We'd like to thank his parents for always being there for him and his girlfriend Natalie for being the best supporter he could ever ask for. Mustang Senior, Wade Peters. Our next Mustang Senior is Warren Pierce. Warren's the son of Tyler and Clarissa Pierce. He's attended Oologah-Talala schools for 13 years. He's participated in football for 12 years and the fishing team for 3 years. After high school, he plans to attend Murray State College on a fishing scholarship. We'd like to thank his coaches for shaping him into the athlete he is today. He's also grateful to his mom for helping him pass all of his math classes and making dinner for all of his friends while they watch football. Thanks his dad for waking him up on Saturday mornings after games to go hunting. Most importantly, we would like to thank God for allowing him all of these opportunities. Mustang Senior, Warren Pierce. Our next Mustang Senior is Bailey Ragsdale. Bailey's the daughter of Ray and Kendall Ragsdale and has attended Oologah-Talala schools for 6 years. She's participated in tennis for 4 years, football trainer for 4 years, and FFA for 2 years. After high school, she plans to attend nursing school and become a pediatric nurse. She would like to thank God for blessing her with a loving and supportive family who stepped up even when they didn't have to. She's also grateful to her siblings who always know how to make her smile, and to her friends with whom she has made some of the best memories and shared the hardest laughs even during tough times. She would like to thank you all. Mustang Senior, Bailey Ragsdale. Our next Mustang Senior is Cooper Robinson. Cooper's the son of Tim and Megan Robinson, and Anthony and Savannah Lights. He's attended Oologah-Talala schools for 12 years and participated in football for 12 years. After high school, he plans to further his education in law. We'd like to thank his mom and stepdad for always being there for him, making sure he's happy and successful in everything he does. He also extends his gratitude to his dad and stepmom for always having his back when he needed it the most. Mustang Senior, Cooper Robinson. Our next Mustang Senior, Garrett Saul. Garrett's the son of Brent and Amanda Saul. He's attended Oologah-Talala schools for 14 years. He's participated in football for 6 years, wrestling for 9 years, and student council for 4 years. After high school, he plans to attend college on a wrestling scholarship. We'd like to thank his mom and dad for their presence and authority in his life, their constant support, and their incredible work ethic. He's grateful for their guidance and teaching him how to be a son and grow in his faith. Mustang Senior, Garrett Saul. Our next Mustang senior is Gavin Salt. Gavin is the son of Brent and Amanda Salt. He's attended Oologah-Talala schools for 14 years. He's participated in football for 6 years, wrestling for 9 years, and student council for 4 years. After high school, he plans to go to college, pursue a chiropractic degree. He's grateful to his parents for always supporting him, correcting him, and being the best people in his life. He appreciates his brothers for pushing him when he needs it the most. He thanks the Lord for being in his life and giving him the opportunity to do the things he loves. Mustang senior Gavin Salt. Our next Mustang senior is Jaden Tanner. Jaden's the son of Rusty and Dee Dee Tanner. He's attended Oologah-Talala schools for 14 years. He's participated in football for 11 years, basketball for 12 years, and tennis for 2 years. After high school, he plans to attend OSU IT and train to become a lineman. He wants to thank his parents for supporting him in everything he does. All of his coaches throughout the years, all of his close friends for the memories and exciting moments that made high school experience memorable. Most of all, he wants to give praise to his Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for making everything he does possible. Mustang senior Jaden Tanner. Our next Mustang senior is Ryan Tunison. Ryan's the son of Rodney and Deborah Tunison. He's attended Oologah-Talala schools for 9 years. He's participated in football for 9 years, basketball for 9 years, and tennis for 3 years. After high school, he plans to further his education and get a degree in cybersecurity. He'd like to thank his parents for making him strive for greatness, his brother, and all the coaches for pushing him and helping him bring out his best. He also wants to thank his friends for always making him laugh and have a good time when he needs it. Mustang senior Ryan Tunison. The next Mustang senior is Wyatt Wells. Wyatt's the son of Jeremy Wells and Michael Fletcher. He's attended Oologah-Talala schools for 14 years. He's participated in football for 10 years and swimming for 8 years. After high school, he plans to attend college. We'd like to thank his mother for always being there for him. He was #1 supporter, showing up to all of his games. Thanks his father for pushing him to be the man he is today. He's also grateful to his sister for braiding his hair before games, always being there for him. Additionally, he wants to thank Miss Haney and Miss McElroy for always being there whenever he needed them. Finally, he appreciates his friends and coaches for always supporting and pushing him whenever he needed. Mustang senior Wyatt Wells. Our next Mustang senior is Felix Phillips. He's the son of Felix and Jordan Phillips. He's attended Oologah-Talala schools for 12 years. Participated in track and field for 5 years and cross country for 2 years. After high school, he plans to get a degree in business and economics and go to law school. I'd like to thank his dad and God. Mustang senior Felix Phillips. Our next Mustang senior is Peyton Briggs. Peyton's the daughter of Christian and Samantha Briggs. She attended Oologah-Talala schools for 10 years. She's participated in cheer for 9 years, choir for 6 years, and FCCLA for 1 year. After high school, she plans to attend college and pursue a career in the medical field. She wants to thank her parents for always believing in her and for the constant encouragement. She also appreciates her sister for making her laugh, being her day one best friend and biggest hype killer. Mustang senior Peyton Briggs. Our next Mustang senior is Molly Fisher. Molly's the daughter of Rick and Melissa Fisher. She's attended Oologah-Talala schools for 14 years. She's participated in choir for 7 years and cheer for 14 years. After high school, she plans to become a labor and delivery nurse at the University of Central Oklahoma. She would like to thank Jesus above all, her mom and dad for always supporting her, her best friends Thomas and London, and all the teachers who have guided her along the way. Mustang senior Molly Fisher. Our next Mustang senior, Kaylee Kellogg. Kaylee's the daughter of Brent and Jerry Kellogg. She's attended Oologah-Talala schools for 12 years. She's participated in jazz band for 6 years, FFA for 4 years, marching band for 2 years, varsity cheer for 2 years, leadership for 2 years, student council for 4 years, NHS for 3 years, and FCA for 3 years. After high school, she plans to attend Oklahoma State University to obtain a degree in elementary education. She would like to thank God for his guidance and protection throughout her journey. She's deeply thankful to her parents for their unconditional love and Landon and Kennedy for being a steady source of support. Her grandparents and family have always motivated her to pursue her dreams. Special thanks to her Cool Spring Church family for their unwavering support. She'd like to thank Mr. Smith for inspiring her to always strive for excellence. Ms. Smith and Mr. Jackson for providing her with amazing opportunities. She'd like to thank her cheer coaches for pushing her to do her best. Lastly, she'd like to say thank you to the Mustang administration and faculty for their investment in student lives and encouraging them to dream big. Mustang Senior, Kaylee Kellogg. Our next Mustang Senior, Faith Coster. Faith is the daughter of Joe and Eve Coster. She's attended Oologah-Talala schools for 13 years. She's participated in cheer for 6 years, FCCLA for 2 years, FFA for 4 years, and the fishing team for 1 year. After high school, she plans to go to college to get a degree in ultrasound technology. She would like to thank her mom for being her best friend, her dad for always being there, and all of her high school cheer coaches for making her the cheerleader she is today. Mustang Senior, Faith Coster. Our next Mustang Senior, Hannah Oliphant. She's the daughter of Jeremy and Kelsey Oliphant. She's attended Oologah-Talala schools for 6 years. She's participated in band for 5 years and cheer for 2 years. After high school, she plans to continue her education to become a physician's assistant. She wants to thank her mom and dad for always being willing to support her, as well as her siblings, especially her older brother Blake for always being there when she needs a friend. Mustang Senior, Hannah Oliphant. The next Mustang Senior, Ariana Williams. Ariana is the daughter of Chuck and Jessica Zachariah. She's attended Oologah-Talala schools for 12 years. She's participated in cheer for 5 years, band for 6 years, and jazz band for 4 years. She plans to go to Oklahoma State University to get a degree in nursing. She wants to thank God for being with her all these years and helping her through her struggles. She expresses gratitude to her mom for being her best friend since birth and always being there through the highs and lows. She thanks her dad Chuck for being her #1 fan, attending every event during her childhood through high school. She appreciates her grandparents, Nana and Grandpa, for their support through everything. Lastly, she wants to thank her band directors, Mr. Smith and Mr. Matthews, for fostering her love for band since middle school. As they dedicate time and effort to each student, which shows in their growth. Mustang Senior, Ariana Williams. The next Mustang Senior is David Gaskins. David's the son of Steve and Mary Gaskin, who's attended Oologah-Talala schools for 8 years and participated in band for 7 years. After high school, he plans to pursue culinary arts and eventually his own restaurant. We'd like to thank his mom and dad for always caring for him, his girlfriend Rayleigh for her love and support, Dalton Edwards for being a great mentor and teacher, Mr. Matthews and Mr. Smith for always pushing him to be his best, and his best friend Jacob for always being there. Mustang Senior, David Gaskins. Our next Mustang Senior is Noah Grantham. He is the son of Jared and Melinda Grantham. He's attended Oologah-Talala schools for 13 years. He's participated in band for 7 years and jazz band for 5 years. After high school, he plans to go to Oklahoma State University, pursue a degree in computer engineering and a master's in electrical engineering. I'd like to thank his parents for everything they've done. Mr. Matthews, Mr. Smith for helping him learn and love music. Drew and Cy for all the fun memories in band. Mustang Senior, Noah Grantham. Our next Mustang Senior, Conlon Lewis. Conlon's the son of Chris and Joni Lewis. He's attended Oologah-Talala schools for 9 years. He participated in band for 7 years and track for 5 years. In high school, he plans to be an auto mechanic. I'd like to thank his mom and dad for not giving up on him, even when it seemed like he wasn't getting anywhere or doing much better. I'd also like to thank Mr. Matthews and Mr. Smith for pushing him through marching band and country band to be better, despite the fact that he can't read sheet music. Mustang Senior, Conlon List. Our next Mustang Senior is Damian Moman. Damian is the son of Joshua Moman and Yvonne Watchovich. He's attended Oologah-Talala schools for 13 years. He's participated in marching band for 2 years and wrestling for 2 years. After high school, he plans to go to the Navy or to college. We'd like to thank everyone and everything. Mustang Senior, Damian Moman. Our next Mustang senior is Fallon Nichols. Fallon is the daughter of Dale and Elizabeth Tucker. She attended Oologah-Talala schools for 2 years and participated in band for 2 years. She plans to attend Career Tech to become a licensed practical nurse and then to college to become a registered nurse. She would like to thank her parents and siblings, Miss Prince from Nowata and Mr. Matthews. Mustang Senior, Fallon Nichols. Our next Mustang Senior is Cy Owens. Cy is the son of Colonel Whiteside and Clarissa Butler. He's attended Oologah-Talala schools for 2 years. He participated in band for 8 years. After high school, he plans to attend college. He would like to thank his parents. Mustang Senior, Cy Owens. Our next Mustang Senior is Ellie Pruitt. Ellie is the daughter of Roger and Dion Pruitt. She's attended Oologah-Talala schools for 12 years. She's participated in band for 7 years. After high school, she plans to go to college to pursue music. She would like to thank her friends and family for being there for her when she needed it. Mustang Senior, Ellie Pruitt. Our next Mustang Senior is Drew Ross. Drew's the son of Andrew and Stephanie Ross. He's attended Oologah-Talala schools for 5 years. He participated in band for 5 years and jazz band for 2 years. After high school, he plans to attend Oklahoma State University to study some type of engineering. First and foremost, he would like to thank the Lord for blessing him with encouraging and inspiring parents who would do anything in the world to see that he succeeds. He would also like to thank the teachers and mentors who helped him at the schools he's attended, especially those at Oologah. They have allowed him to accomplish exceptional achievements in his educational career and prepared him for the still to come. Mustang Senior, Drew Ross. Our next Mustang Senior, Cassie Thompson. Cassie's the daughter of Harry and Laura Thompson. She's attended Oologah-Talala schools for 14 years. She's participated in band for 6 years. After high school, she plans to go to college to become a dermatologist. She would like to thank her parents for all they've done for her and her friend Lexi for being there when she needed it most. Mustang Senior, Cassie Thompson. Our next Mustang Senior is Chloe Woods Mosscroft. Chloe's the daughter of Gregory Woods and Julia Woods Mosscroft. She's attended Oologah-Talala schools for 11 years. She's participated in band for 7 years, jazz band for 3 years, golf for 1 year, and cheer for 1 year. After high school, she plans to go to Rainbow Bible College to become a children's minister. She would like to thank Jesus, the family, the tech staff, the band, especially Mr. Smith and Mr. Matthews, and her church family. Mustang Senior, Chloe Woods Mosscroft. Mustang family, would you please help us recognize our graduating class of 2025 and their families.
At All Smiles Dental and Dentures, we are more than just a dental office. We're a place where your oral health is our top priority. We're committed to creating an exceptional, affordable experience while building lasting relationships with our patients. Our local doctor-owned practice ensures that your treatment plan is driven by your optimal health, not by insurance company restrictions. From comprehensive oral health exams, biannual checkups, and oral cancer screenings, to periodontal evaluations, dental cleanings, sealants, and fluoride treatments, we're here to take care of your smile every step of the way.
And if you're in need of dentures, we've got you covered. With our on-site lab, we specialize in creating high-quality, affordable dentures quickly, so you can get back to smiling in no time. Visit us today at All Smiles Dental and Dentures right on Highway 169, where your health and your smile come first. Give us a call at 918-443-9900 to schedule your appointment.
American Bus Sales is celebrating 20 years of service, and we couldn't have done it without you. Founded in 2004, just outside of Tulsa, Oklahoma, we've grown into one of the most trusted names in the bus sales and rental industry across North America. Whether you need school buses, new and pre-owned shuttles, vans, handicap-accessible vans, or top-of-the-line coach buses, we've got you covered. We offer a wide range of buses and shuttles available for both short-term and long-term leases. Are you planning a one-time trip? Do you need a long-term contract? We have your transportation solution right here. We also specialize in selling renovated and customized buses and shuttles, and we buy quality used buses from across the country. Our extensive parts department supports repairs and restorations to ensure your fleet stays in top shape. For 20 years, American Bus Sales has built our brand on quality and customer care. We're proud to be your full-service fleet provider, committed to safety, reliability, and value. Visit AmericanBusSales.net today and see how we can help you with all your transportation needs.
Since 1951, Neely Insurance and Financial Services has been a trusted name in Claremore. Located at 965 West Will Rogers Boulevard, we are a third-generation family.
By the Oologah High School Stallion Battalion, under the direction of John Matthews and Dave Smith.
And the sound of the Stallion Battalion, Blake. Normally, and I'm going to say this 37 times tonight, Friday Night Lights. We are playing on Thursday night, and hopefully you got the word. I think that somewhat impacted the attendance a little bit tonight, because tomorrow night there was a 100% chance of thunderstorms at 7 o'clock. So, yeah, maybe you had planned on being here on Friday night in the stands and got the notification that we started a little bit early. But the Mustangs on senior night, Blake, 32 incredible kids that have made quite a contribution. You've walked that walk yourself, and it just kind of, I think, the impact of the last time stepping on the field, marching on the field, cheering on the sideline as a Mustang, and it just kind of hits.
Yeah, it's really a bittersweet moment. You know, you get to where you talk about it, you know, that senior year comes fast. It's the last time you're going to do this, the last time this happens, and it's just bittersweet moments all over. It's an awesome moment for these kids to get to put on that gold helmet one more time, to get to pick up their instruments, put on the cheer uniform, and just to be here one last time as a senior class together. Awesome opportunity for them tonight with the Wagoner Bulldogs. I'm excited for all these guys.
Wagoner has come to town. They have had quite the impressive campaign this year. Right now they're currently ranked number 1 in Class 4A. And, Blake, I don't know that anybody's even played them close.
No, I think their closest game, 21-point, they won over Cushing. And so other than that, they've kind of steamrolled everybody and gotten better each and every week.
They are big, fast, strong, prepared. Dale Condon, and I've had interactions with Dale down through the years. He's also their head coach, but he's also their athletic director. He's always been a very kind gentleman to me and to our administration. And, you know, this, 7, 8, 9 years ago, was a rivalry because whoever won this ball game, you were sitting typically in first place in 4A3. I don't even know that this group of kids, they would have probably been in middle school during those games. You know what I'm saying? So this is, it's Wagoner week, right? But it doesn't carry what it did even 4 or 5 years ago. Just, a lot of times in college football, they call it hate week or whatever. Certainly not hate towards our opponent or whatever, but it's just a rivalry week. And that, Wagner's, quite frankly, been kind of a thorn in our side for a long time. Whether district games didn't go the way we wanted to, we saw them 3 times in a row at the state championship game, which is a mark for football in Northeast Oklahoma, that 4A3 typically has a contender in the state championship, whether it's been Wagoner, Oologah, Cushing, or what have you. So Wagoner makes the trip tonight, and again, I don't know that these guys, they probably remember as middle schoolers, but it was an intense rivalry 10 years ago.
Yes, it was, and you talked about, those state games, and it was always who's going to get the bye in the playoffs, which is such a crucial thing. That's what these guys are looking forward to. Next week, the Bulldogs, they'll have a bye, and then they're going to host a playoff game, another big one. Like you said, number 1 team in the state, Coach Condit has done a great job with these guys, has done a great job for the last 20-some years. Always has a great product over in Wagoner. But these guys are ready tonight. You said you talked to Coach Noble. They've hit harder in practice week. They've had a sense of urgency. And the thing is they've been shorter today, so they've really had to come out, and they didn't know until after practice yesterday that they were going to play tonight. So it kind of throws your whole week off.
It was in practice when our athletic director actually went to the coach and said, hey, we're going to play a day early. So it kind of upsets your rhythm. But Wagoner had to make the same adjustments as well. Real quick, let's kind of look at our starting lineup, kind of walk through this. If we got a second, we'll start with the offensive side. The offensive line, not a lot of changes there. Bryce Byers, Wyatt Wells, Lane Oliver, Alex Laba, and then Cooper Robinson. Those guys have been the starting 5 for the last several weeks. The wide receiver, Maddox DeVillibus, Aiden Gaines, Gavin Salt, and Braxton Davis. And then the backfield, Landon Roach will get the start. You'll see probably a lot by committee tonight. Several other backs will be in the backfield, but Landon is listed as the one. And then Garrett Salt. Man, and I know you're his bigger brother / helping coach, but I've really seen him come along. My comments to Coach Noble this week, if this offense was as productive as we've been the last 2.5 games, this would be a completely different record. It's just taken some time for it to gel together, and a lot of that falls at Garrett's just work.
Yeah, and he's really developed, obviously not a young player, he's a senior, but kind of a young in that position. And I think that's been kind of our downfall all of the season is we've had some younger guys or inexperienced guys in some different positions, and that has led to some of us kind of growing up. But we've seen them growing up as the season's gone on, and they've gotten better and better each and every week, which is fun to see. And I think you could still look forward to them to be productive tonight.
Let's talk about your defensive starters. Wade Peters on the end, Warren Pierce and Bryce Byers. Guys are going to have to play a contained game tonight because their quarterback is fast, running back's even faster. Your linebackers that have their work cut out for them, Gavin Salt, Wyatt Mathis, Landon Roach, and Caden Fisher. And then your corners, because Wagner's going to try to pass the ball a lot. Jackson Lustig, Maddox DeVillibus, Aiden Gaines, and then Braxton Davis. Mustangs are set to kick it off. Wagoner will get the ball to start the game, and the Mustangs just going to kind of pooch it out to the 29-yard line. Number 10 on the return for Wagoner, trying to get it outside. Be about a 6-yard return for the Bulldogs as they get started. Evan Goodland was the returner for Wagoner, so they'll take over first down and 10.
And Maddox DeVille's been able to brought him down there. Good job. You said that Wagner's going to throw the ball out tonight. That's something, talk about things that are different. That's different about this Wagoner team. Cale Charbonneau actually set a passing record for the school last week against Skytook. And you normally see them as a predominantly run-heavy, kind of read option type of offense. This guy can throw the ball around and has been doing so. A veteran for them in that position. I think a 3-year starter for them.
Very talented quarterback for the Bulldogs, but they're going to hand off, going to go a little bit to the left side, no gain. And so brings up a second down for the Mustang defense.
You kind of saw a high snap there, throws the timing off a little bit, but good job of no gain. Now you're at second down and 10, so you kind of force the offense into a little bit of different sets here. They're going to play that tight bunch set, kind of get you confused. Going to have to really play disciplined football.
Quarterback's just going to keep that a little bit of a miscue in the backfield, and they're going to bring him down again for no gain.
We got a penalty flag, but I think that there's actually 2 on the field. But I think that's because of those high snaps. And in warm-up, they were a little bit off. The snaps were just not in the right spot all the time, and that throws off the timing and throws off the sequence. And I think you saw Charbonneau just kind of tuck that one in there and run it. We'll see what the White has.
Really have nothing to lose to play tonight, and so sometimes, Blake, that playing loose really can play to your advantage. And, you know, Coach Noble said we talked a lot about that. Let's be the spoiler. Let's do that. So the penalty actually called against the Mustangs.
A big one, too, a face mask. Be inadvertent, though, I guess. So a 5-yard penalty.
So that's going to bring up 2nd down and 4. Another high stab going to pitch out to the left to their fast running back. He's going to pick up the 1st down. Be knocked out of bounds. Gain of 7. So a 1st and 10.
And they did a good job there just kind of getting it blocked up, short yardage, ran it into the boundary, into their sideline, and they run a lot of their offense into their sideline. That's kind of just something they do. That's kind of what Coach Conant likes to do is they run their offense over on that side of the field.
All right, Wagoner will play fast. Got a receiver streaming across the field right behind the line in front of the linebackers. He'll pick up 11, 1st and 10.
And just an easy pitch and catch. He actually caught the ball right about the line of scrimmage, but was able to get behind some of his teammates that had us blocked up, kind of almost like a screen.
All right, ball's at the 38-yard line. Wagoner in an all-white road look. Everyone tucked in tight. Hand off to the running back. Go up the middle. Gain of 6.
He's a good runner. He's got a lot of speed behind him, which they have team speed across the board is, I think, the thing. And that's something that makes them so challenging as an opponent is just their speed and their size.
All right, 4 receivers in the set for the Bulldogs. Quarterback has lots of time. Pitch and catch to number 3, Matson Swanson. The Mustang defense was there. Cushion just a little bit to make sure nothing gets behind you. Pitch and catch, gain of 14, enough for a Wagoner 1st down.
We talked about him as the quarterback, but for him to set a passing record, his receivers have obviously had to help him out. So that unit as well is really good for this offense.
All right, handoff goes left. Going to be brought down on the left sideline. I believe Caden Fisher was one of the guys that helped bring him down. Gain of 9.
And not necessarily playing with a lot of tempo, but it kind of just seems like they're not trying to go super fast, but they're definitely not taking their time either. They're getting back on the line, getting a play call in, and getting it.
They would like to exhaust their opponent so that the 4th quarter they're able to do what they want when they want to. How about that? Incomplete pass. Aiden Gaines there read that, made contact at the right time. And so incomplete pass.
A good job by that young man. Brings up 3rd down and short. Now they're looking for probably that 1st down and goal.
Wyatt Wells will come into the lineup for the Mustangs. 3rd and 1. The ball spotted right at the 10-yard line. Handoff. Going to pick up 2, so enough for the 1st down. He's a big back, Blake. He's just going to lean into that pile and kind of fall forward, if you will, and move the pile, and enough to get them 1st down and goal.
Yeah, you talk about he's 6 foot tall, 165 pounds is what it says on our roster. In high school, that's a big back, and not only that, he's got some speed behind him. When he gets downhill like that, there's just a lot of momentum that he's been able to hit the line of scrimmage with.
1st and goal from the 8. Defense has been a strength of this Mustang team. Now their backs against the wall, trying to prevent Wagoner from getting in the end zone on their first possession. Quarterback's just going to keep it. You see a flag coming in, Blake.
We do, and that's kind of a testament to him. He's not necessarily the fastest runner, but he's a great runner. He can see the hole, and he's really hard to bring down. On our lineup, he's 6 foot tall, 215. I'm going to say he's about 230 or 240. He wrestles at 215, and he definitely pulls some weight.
Cale Charbonneau, their quarterback, is a senior, but I feel like he's been a senior for 3 years. Goodness gracious, we called his name a lot down through the years. There's one right behind him. He's got a little brother that's a sophomore.
1st and goal from the 14.
All right, holding called on the offense, so 1st and goal for Wagoner. Handoff again, another flag comes down. He'll fall into the end zone. Blake, I have a feeling this one's coming back.
Yeah, I'd kind of back in, the area of holding. We'll see what the Whitehead has to say. It is.
They're wanting to prepare for playoffs, and they're hopeful march through 4A playoffs to another state game. And so for Coach Condor and his staff, they want to make sure that they execute tonight. We talked about, if this game gets out of hand too far, will you see them pull their starters? And I think Wagoner, they're really focusing on getting ready for the run that awaits them. And, penalties right there, get ready to put the ball in the end zone. You're at the 8-yard line. Now you're backed up to the 25 because of 2 holding penalties back-to-back. Those kind of things can shoot you in the foot. It certainly has for us throughout the season. Mustangs back out of a blitz, looking to pass. He's going to scramble now. Looks to the end zone. It'll be incomplete pass. Second down.
We'll finally get the second down.
Yeah,
I feel like
finally.
we played 5 first downs right there. But you're right. The penalties, you definitely don't see that out of this team very often. It seems like they just get better and better every single week, and they do a good job of getting him coached up, putting him in the right positions. 2 seasons ago, they get beat by Cushing in the regular season, come back and beat them in the state championship game, and I'm a believer that's just of them being coached well and those guys putting their kids in the right position.
And that regular season game against Cushing dominated Wagoner. Kind of shocked him a little bit. All right, pass out to the right side. Number 26, the ball carrier for Wagoner, Anthony Coleman. And put them down at, let's see, is this 4th down and goal?
I think it's going to be
third down and goal, correct.
Yep.
Okay.
But picked up a huge chunk of yards there. You go from back here past the 20-yard line, you're almost out of the red zone, and then you go inside the 5 now.
From the 4-yard line, it's 3rd down and goal for the Mustang defense. You had backed them up, which is what you want to do when your opponent's knocking on the door. Now it's a big 3rd down for the Wagoner offense. 2 receivers, quarterback's just going to keep it Charbonneau into the end zone. And a 4-yard quarterback keeper for a touchdown.
You're kind of able to see him just power his way in there, kind of tripped up, just falling forward. Like I said, he's just a big kid to bring down. He does a really good job of just getting north and south and running downhill.
A conversation with Coach Noble this week, he talked about Tuesday. He said, your temperament when the season hadn't gone the way you want it to, and he said, but honestly, our guys, used the word competed in practice, and they hit during practice, and they were aggressive during practice. And he's like, quite frankly, we've been hoping to see that, week 3, week 4. And so, his hope is the guys haven't necessarily give up, even though you're not necessarily playing for playoff implications. And Mustangs,
they missed that.
They missed that.
Yep. Pushed it wide right. So, against some things you saw, obviously they go down and score, but kind of the scripted drive, but you kind of saw a little bit of rockiness out of Wagoner, which, again, is something you don't see out of this team in Week 10. It's always been said, you want to play Wagoner in Week 3 and Week 4 as soon as you can because it just seems like they're not as prepared. So I think if you're Coach Cotton on that side, you're saying, guys, we got to execute tonight. You've got to clean this up because you're right. They're setting up for what looks like another state title run.
All right, Mustangs will get their opportunity to do something here with the ball as Wagoner will be set to kick it away. Brent Kellogg along with Blake Salt, Jason Streeter, and the camera guys that are seniors tonight. Going to be kind of sad to say goodbye to them. Senior night just special. It just is. As a dad, I've been through now 2 of these, and I think it kind of hits the kids probably after that halftime that, hey, this is it. My daughter's a cheerleader, and the conversation among the cheerleaders, you're going to cry tonight. So, all right, Wagoner is set to kick it away. And they're going to fake that. How about that?
And we just weren't expecting that. Ready? We dropped back into our kick coverage. They took advantage of that. Welly executed onside kick, and they're going to get the ball on our side of the 50-yard line at the 47. And I don't know if that's because, you missed the field goal and he's trying to spark his guys into getting some things corrected, getting things right. You can kind of compare the program to something like an Alabama and a Nick Saban type of thing. He expects perfection, and that's normally what you see out of that team. But now our defense back on the field. We talked about their strong suit of the Mustangs going to get another chance at it.
I said faked it, but I meant they onsided. So Wagoner with the ball back-to-back. Last week they had 21 points on the board, and I don't know that 4 minutes had come off the clock. So pitch out to the left side, Mustang defense. Back at work, pass, gain of 4.
Good tackle there by Aiden Gaines. He doesn't make that tackle. He's kind of out in open field all by himself. So we're going to bring up second down and kind of just a medium here.
Handoff going to go up the middle. He's a big back. They're going to get him down.
Able to be tripped up.
37, yeah.
Yeah, and finally just by Aiden Gain tripped him up, and Gavin kind of finishes it off. But Aiden's still down over on their sideline at the 10-yard line. He's going to get up. He's going to get up slow. Probably just a little shaken up there.
Trenton Edwards, the running back for Wagoner. He is a senior. They've got a lot of seniors. This is a senior-heavy roster. I believe Wagoner took a timeout. We're going to take a timeout as well. We'll be back. More Mustang football right after this.
I will tell you that care I've received here at Advanced Orthopedics is wonderful, phenomenal. My knee had just deteriorated where it was bone on bone. Same thing for my hips. Going about my day-to-day activities, whether it was at work or with family, that was constantly on my mind. It affected my ability to sleep, ability to walk. I'm very happy with the staff here at Advanced Orthopedics. I'm so happy with the results that I've received.
Welcome back to Thursday Night Lights to Mustang Field. Brett Kellogg along with Blake Salt, Jason Streeter, Nate Osborne, and Asher Streeter. And the Mustang broadcast crew has brought you every game so far this season. You think I'm just now learning how to talk? It's because it's Thursday. I'm all out of rhythm. If
you're not ready yet.
So, Coach Noble having a conversation with the White Hat down on the field as we are set ready for. I think he wants some clarification on something. First and goal from the 9 coming up for Wagoner.
You saw us call that timeout. I think we were going to get penalized for a late sub. They were going to get the ball snapped, so we kind of had to burn one right there.
Quarterback going to hand it off, going to roll around, looking for a receiver. They're going to say incomplete pass, intended for number 10, Avon Goodling.
Did a good job of kind of keeping a guy with him and keeping him where he couldn't get his feet set when he rolled out. Kind of did a little spin after the play action there. Couldn't really get his feet set. Just delivers a low football. We're going to bring up second down now.
Second and goal from the 9 for the Mustang defense. Running back was hit in the backfield, and he's brought down for a loss.
Really just nowhere to go, and great job by the Mustang defense really stepping up right here. Again, we've got him out of – it's third down and goal, but you've got him outside the 10-yard line back at the 15.
Warren Pierce just really made his way through there. So brings up third down and 15. Boy, tell you what, you'd like to keep them out here. I mean, they got a little – they kicked it onside, to start a football game, and you'd really like to keep them out of the end zone. Big third down. Mustangs shift a little bit. Incomplete pass.
I think you saw something right there. Charbonneau kind of fell away from that. He felt that pressure and wasn't able to step into that throw and deliver football. And I think you're going to see a field goal team, and this is a huge win. You talked about they get the football on our side of the 50-yard line, they kick an onside, and we're able to kind of make some noise, make somewhat of a goal line stand.
Like that, I'm proud of that. That was huge.
Yes, that was big time.
That was a big deal
defense.
because they were first and goal from the 9. It wasn't penalties that backed them up. It was your defense that got some penetration. So the ball down, kick on the way. They missed a PAT, and that one is good. So Wagoner will jump on top, 9-0. The Mustangs have yet to have the ball in the possession. Let's talk a little bit about tonight. Who you anticipate having a big night for the Mustangs with who you got? Blake, who you taking tonight?
I'm not sure that I anticipate a big game, but we need him to step up just like he has been in the last couple weeks. We need Garrett to run the offense, kind of be that general, be the true senior back there and run the offense, let it go through him, make the correct reads, and take care of the football.
I think he can. It's really been fun to watch him grow as a quarterback, and Coach Noble talked about, had more success as the season has progressed, and a lot of that's fallen on the work and the shoulders of Garrett. I'm going to take another senior tonight in honor of and I brought in a consultant on this one, my daughter, who's a cheerleader. And I'm like, all right, you get to pick tonight, and so I'm going to take Bryce Byers. Bryce has been a starter on varsity since he was a sophomore, and it's been really fun to watch Bryce play and work. And I think Bryce potentially going to be a difference maker in the game tonight, but he's certainly been a difference maker for the Mustang Blue and Gold. All right, Mustangs with the return and kind of some trick play, if you will. He's still on his feet, so a good return for the Mustangs out to the 42, Maddox DeVilbus.
We're going to have I'm not sure if they threw the flag. I thought I saw something come in. There's a little bit of extracurricular. And you said it, this doesn't necessarily have the same implications as those games in the past, but it can still get chippy between these two teams. That we've watched it, and it just happens. There's just some tense moments, something to probably look forward to against this defense. This defense, they're going to pin their ears back, and they're going to come after us.
And kudos to Wagoner. They have earned it. They're a successful program, but they play with a chip on their shoulder, and, you know, your guys are playing tonight with nothing to lose. And so, yeah, you can see a little chippiness. So, all right, Garrett out to pass. Really like to have that one back. Intended for number 3, Ryan Tunison, incomplete pass. Second down.
And, yeah, you definitely would like to have that one back. You kind of saw some movement, kind of going to get some guys maybe in the wrong position, but a little bit of trickery in the backfield. But you saw also from the defense, they're bringing a lot of guys. Everybody's walking up.
All right, the Mustangs going to go with 3 receivers in this set. Gaines, Tunison, and Davis. Pitch forward to the running back. Gain of 5. It was, I believe, Gavin.
A good gain there on second down. Now you get yourself into a third down and manageable situation here.
All right, so 4 receivers in the set for this Mustang offense. The assignment tonight for the offensive line is give Garrett time. Give him time. Give him 2.5 seconds. Make more than one read. Give him time. Garrett to the outside. Aiden Gaines going to pick up the first down and about 5 more yards.
And across midfield picks up the first down. And just like you said, they blocked that up really well. It wasn't a big rollout, but he was able to kind of roll out a little bit and set up a little pocket out there. Finds Aiden, who ran a great route, got open, found the hole in the coverage, and we're got a fresh set of downs here on their side of the 50.
And I think Landon Roach picked up a big block there that gave Garrett just enough time to make that pass.
And the running back doesn't always get the love, too. He's got to make some key blocks in those pass blocks.
All right, Gaines in motion. Garrett just going to keep this one, crawl forward. Gain of about a half a yard brings up second down.
Or they were in the back foot quick. You know, even on that backside, those guys are coming in, and even their defensive linemen, they're fast, and they get off the ball really quickly.
Wagoner rotates a lot of guys in, and fresh legs is a big deal. I'll talk more about that in just a second. 4:15 as the clock continues to roll away in the first quarter. Garrett looking for his running back. Roach fighting. He's going to pick up maybe about a yard, if that.
Yeah, Roach did a good job there. Kind of a lofted pass in the backfield, and really did a good job of breaking a tackle. They just had a lot of Wagoner Bulldogs there at the line of scrimmages. Was kind of, tackle by association there. Everybody on him. It's a third down and long now for the Mustangs.
No gain on the play. It's a big third down for the Mustang offense. You've been able to move the ball, pick up a first down. Be nice to get this big third down. Wagoner's defense a little bit confused. Man, if you could take advantage of that, pass out. Intended for Aiden. Just think maybe made that pass a little earlier than he wanted to. Maybe a miscommunication on where the route was headed.
Yeah, a lot of pressure back there in the backfield. And that's going to be the story of tonight. You talked about the line. The biggest key is in the passing game, we've got to have time back there. And just 2.5 seconds to get your feet set to find the read and get the ball out. Right there, you see him roll out, and immediately there's pressure. And a lot of times they're just bringing more guys than what we have to block.
All right, Mustangs going to punt this one away. Got an opportunity to pin him. going to bounce inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line. So a great execution by special teams, but we do have a flag down. Wait to see what the call on this is.
Flag on the play.
New PA announcer tonight for the Mustangs. Kent Jensen normally carries those duties, but I believe he is traveling. And so Greg McElroy on the PA. Be a holding against Wagoner, so Blake, that'll even back him up further.
Yeah, and good for the Mustangs. Now you kind of got them back in there where they're going to have to be careful. The quarterback's going to be standing in his own end zone. We've seen those high snaps. Maybe we can cause a little bit of pressure, get somebody on the center, a high snap, a fumble into the end zone, a safety, a defensive touchdown, something like that to kind of spark the Mustangs here on defense.
Mustangs have put one penalty in the book tonight, and then incidental face mask. Wagner's, I think that's their third. All right, a tight bunch for Wagoner. Mustang defense will shift a little bit. Quarterback's just going to keep that to try to get out of the bind. Maddox will go toe-to-toe with him. Gain of 15, 1st and 10.
Yeah, and they just kind of put the ball there in their senior quarterback, their leader, the guy they depend on. When it's on the line, number 4 is going to have the football in his hands, and that's the guy who gets the nod.
1st down and 10. The ball's on the 20-yard line. Kind of a brisk evening in Mustang Stadium. If the wind wasn't blowing so much, it would. Incomplete pass intended for number 26, Anthony Coleman.
And I think we were able to cause that again. We're not getting just a ton of pressure, but it seems like we're getting just enough to make him feel uneasy back there. And that was just a little bit behind the receiver. It was a tough catch, almost made it, but again, we're getting just enough pressure in the backfield. Charbonneau's not able to really set his feet.
All right, ball's on the ground. And the Mustangs have it. You got a gift tonight. You were going to need some of those. How about that? A fumble and the Mustangs recover.
And that's huge right now. Now, your offense, we got to go take advantage of this. We're so close. We've had these opportunities before, these gifts we talked about. We're on the 23-yard line. We've got to go punch this in and make this a ball game and really make Wagoner feel this pressure.
Absolutely. Take advantage of the gift you have been giving. I want to say a special thanks to a lot of our great sponsors that make this happen, like Burns Propane, serving the Oologah area for over 20 years. Appreciate their support. And American Bus, providing transportation needs from 9 to 90. All right, Blake, the offense back out on the field, courtesy of the defense getting a stop. 3 receivers in this set. Just going to hand it off to Sam Hogue up the middle. Sam going to carry a tackler forward. Gain of 4.
Great gain, what you want on 1st down. Puts a 2nd down and 6 down to the 20-yard line. And now you're starting to get a little bit of something. You see a little bit of spark, a little bit of fight here in the Mustangs.
It's a phrase you like to use, that staying on schedule. And so you don't put yourself in a 2nd down and long, 3rd down and long, just 3 downs, 3 yards, and keeps you on schedule. All right, 4 receivers in the set for the Mustangs. Wagner's defense still a little bit confused on some assignment. Garrett was pressured. Pass over the middle, man. Blake, I felt like he got there early, but they don't care what I think. Intended for number 5, Jackson Lustig.
But I also think he's going to have to settle in a little bit. I think he's anticipating tight coverage, but that can't be confused for not open. It's going to be tight coverage all night, but you can't kind of stop and throw the ball back across the middle of the field. You've got to keep it open. He's got to keep his options open. They're doing a good job, though, on the rollout. We're getting it blocked up pretty well. There wasn't a whole lot of pressure on him that time.
Again, that goes to your offensive line, just giving him just enough protection that he can make a read or two in his scheme. All right. Pressure. Pass. Complete. 27, I believe. Gavin Salt, pickup of 2.
Yeah, now 4th down, and you're kind of in a weird spot because it's a pretty stiff wind, and now it's kind of changed. It's almost swirling at us, so it's kind of in our face, but kind of coming across the field. It's a long 4th down.
Mustang's going to go for it. We talked to Coach about special teams and just really worked on blocking things up. We've had a lot of issues with just, defenders getting through, knocking down kicks and PATs. All right, 4 receivers in the set. Man in motion. Garrett under pressure. I think he's going to be brought down a yard short, so the Mustangs will turn over on downs.
I like the aggressiveness there. I like the going and trying to put 7 on the board there. Get your first down, and really a good play call. We're just able to just a little bit short. We kind of had some misdirection, and there was a little bit of pressure there, and you saw that they brought an extra guy, got a little bit of pressure in the backfield, so I think Garrett had to throw that a little bit before he wanted to. But again, now we're still backed up. It's kind of a good trade. They've got 85 yards to go.
Absolutely. This offense, I mean, you're going to have plays that don't move the football, but it would nice if you could be productive every down, make every down matter. Incomplete passes, boy, they just kind of put you along. Wagoner is only going to give you 2 and 3 yards at a time. Number 3 is fast. It's thrown over him just a little bit. Mattson Swanson, the intended receiver, incomplete pass, second down.
And just out of reach. And I don't think he would have went anywhere if he caught it. Kind of was having to make a diving catch. But we're kind of toward the end of the first quarter, and you've seen a lot of good stuff out of the Mustangs. The defense is playing really well. It kind of had a guy get behind us there, but you just see the team speed. They're going to have guys that are good athletes here.
Handoff. Go around the right side and be knocked down. Goodness gracious, Aiden Gaines. Was that Aiden?
It was. Threw a big shoulder
hit,
there.
Yep.
Brought the boomstick with him. Going to bring up third down and a little bit long here. You're looking at about 6 yards. Clock running now. They're going to have to snap it before the quarter.
Yeah, there's 25 seconds on the play clock. So it's a 3rd down and 6 situation for Wagoner. Mustangs bring pressure. Incomplete pass. There's a flag down. Thrown at a holding spot. You just hope your defense didn't do something.
Yeah, and Wade Peters
going to back him up.
Yeah, he's kind of waving him.
Tell you what, Blake, I declined this.
Yeah, you go to 4th down, so we got a face mask. Are they backing him up? Hands to the face, sorry.
Yeah, Sam's saying, let's go to 4th down.
Yep. It's so because I think that makes them punt here. And again, our defense showing up big right here. We get a fumble. Now we force them to punt the football. And I'm going to say, I think we're shocking Wagoner right now. They don't know what's going on right now because we're coming out and we're punching them in the mouth and we're here to play football.
Maybe the Coweta game, but they very rarely have got out of the first quarter without a double-digit lead. And I think some of the defensive schemes that your defense has brought tonight, man, just want to make sure they don't do anything. Who took a timeout?
Not sure.
Wagner's in a really weird formation where they're really spread out a lot. 23 seconds left on the game clock.
Sideline
warning. Okay. All right. All right, so here we go. 4th and 6, ball down at the 19-yard line. Mustangs do bring pressure, just keep them accountable. Good punt. Aiden Gaines, the return man. He's just going to let it go.
Wind behind him, big leg, good punt.
Flip the field. That's what they did. But you got the ball back.
And I think we haven't had success yet, but we're right on the brink of it on offense. We're really close. We're just 1 yard short there on the 4th down, and we've seen some good things. We pick up the first down on that first drive on a 3rd down. We're close.
Be good for a big play to bust. If you could give Garrett enough time that Aiden Gaines can get away from who's covering him. If you can confuse them a little bit, because I think their defense playing well, but they're acting a little confused at times pre-snap. Sam Hogue playing injured. Round the left side, going to pick up a couple.
A good gain there on first down. Kind of what you said. It's not great, but you've seen them stay on schedule, and that's going to take us to the end of the first quarter. And I'm going to be honest, I'm super proud of this team right now. This is a big win. Go to 9-0 in the second quarter with the number 1 team in the state. And I'll just say, I think the last time they came in here, the number 1 team in the state, was the last time we beat them. So that may be a special ingredient.
Do you know anybody that was on that field?
I know a guy named Ty Dixon that ran it back. And that guy really pulled one through. Shout out to Connor Davis, had an interception.
Yeah.
In overtime to win that game. Travis Rogers caught the 2-point conversion. Cooper Christian caught the first touchdown.
How do you remember all that?
When you win 18-15, it sticks with you.
Are you the quarterback?
Wagner. Barely.
Barely. We're going to take
There's a lot of help.
We're going to take a 30-second timeout. We'll be back with more Mustang football right after this.
At Raising Cane's, we're huge football fans, but we're also fans of your local fundraisers and fun runs, small victories and big ideas. And yes, even the neighborhood animal shelter. I was getting to that. Plus over 30,000 other partners in the communities we serve. When you order our hand-battered chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade to cheer on your home team, you're also supporting your hometown. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.
Welcome back to Mustang Stadium. Starting the second quarter, Blake. Don't know that we have the access to that, but how many times has Wagoner punted this season?
I don't know, but just judging by scores, you would think not very often. So that's a big win just for your defense to say that.
Playing on a Thursday night tonight. Storms moving through the area tomorrow night. Wanted for the safety. They have not whistled that dead. Yeah, I think that was a backward pass.
Yeah, I think we were going to try to kind of go double pass, if you will, and that just bites us in the butt there, and they're going to take that one in for an end zone. For touchdown, excuse me. So 15-0 now, Wagoner, first play of the second quarter.
And what little bit of momentum you had really just kind of slips through your fingers like sand. Goodness gracious. And the Mustangs know tonight to stay in this, they're going to have to use a lot of trick play, show Wagoner stuff they haven't shown on tape any other game. So that's hard. That's hard for an offense. That's hard for a receiver to remember. That's hard for a running back to remember. Wagoner now chasing that two-point conversion.
I don't know that he caught that.
There's a flag.
Flag, though, late. So they're going to say the conversion was good, but a late flag. So it potentially could take it off the board.
Flag. Stanley McHenry was the quarterback in that scenario. There's a dead ball against Wagoner. That'll back him up. That's a big deal.
Yes, and so that takes it off the board. You're seeing they're chasing those points right now. So now your two-point play's a lot farther out. Now you're back at, what is that, the 8? So they're just going to go for the field goal now. So another just fortunate mishap, if you will, for the Mustang defense.
Rhett Butler, the kicker for Wagoner, and it is good. I believe Rhett's just a sophomore. And just like that, Mustangs trail 16-0, and you had an opportunity. Back to opening up your playbook on a game like this and creating some trick plays or just do things they haven't necessarily run. That strains an offense a little bit, plus you're on a short week.
Yeah, I think that's something to note is the short week they were banking on a whole other day, kind of refining those things. And Thursday's your day that you normally kind of everything's crisp, everything's clean at practice. You're still kind of putting stuff in on Wednesday. And so for them to change that up, that definitely hurt us in that aspect.
In that Thursday practice, a lot of times you're doing a walkthrough or sometimes you have scripted plays, your first possession. You want these plays back to back to back so you can play with a little more urgency, a little more tempo. And just kind of a miscue on what could have been a big play, but instead gives the Bulldogs 7-point on the board.
I think you see us kind of ready again just for some sort of weird onside. I think we're going to be ready for that all night now after this.
And here's the kick for the Bulldogs. Kind of a pooch kick. It's on the left side. The Mustangs have had a really good returns tonight. That'll get out to the 45-yard line. Last time it got out to the 42-yard line.
So good field position now for the Mustang offense. We just got to kind of get this first down, I think, and get the ball rolling a little bit. We're going to have to go back to, I think our offense was working, and we're really close to popping one. We're really close to getting in a groove, and we're still kind of confusing the defense. We've got some new wrinkles in the offense. And
not a 16-point play. Get your 2 and 3 yards. Just every play, move the football. Because, man, when you go 2 plays with no gain and then you're a 3rd down and long situation, that's just going to be tough against a big, fast, aggressive Wagoner defense. 3 receivers in the set. Quick pitch out. Man, they are letting them play. I'm going to say it that way. They are letting them play. Pass intended on the left side for number 1, Aiden Gaines. Matson Swanson was there, and, man, just kind of all over him.
Yeah, and you see that you talked about an aggressive defense. If you look at their defensive line, everybody's pinned back. Their linebackers are sometimes playing at 3 yards deep. They're walked up. They're ready to go, and I think that's kind of their name of their game is they're going to play kind of everybody's going to blitz, and they're just going to have just enough to cover in the back end and man because of their ability to have their speed and their athletes back there in their secondary.
All right. Here we go. Mustangs again under pressure across the middle. Pitch and catch, I believe. Is that Tuna?
I think it's Braxton
Davis. Yep, number 4, Braxton Davis. So gain of 9. 3rd down and 1 coming up.
Yeah, and set up a great tunnel screen. Was able to kind of catch it in stride and get upfield really nicely. Now you put yourself in, we talked about in the position of 3rd and 1. Now you have a shot at this.
All right, big 3rd down for the Mustang offense. You would love to move the football 1 yard, pick up the 1st down. Plenty of time on the play clock. 16, 15, 11:05 as the game clock continues to tick away. Garrett's, man, they just smothered him. He's going to lose a yard. That gummit.
Yeah, and there's just, you saw him kind of stretching the field and kind of ducked in there once or twice. There just wasn't a hole there.
Yeah, he was looking. You could tell when he started looking, he was looking behind Bryce. Because that's, kind of your left side anchor. And it just wasn't there, and so he kept just tried to string it along, and that gave enough of those linebackers from the Wagoner defense to get over there and just smother him. So actually I think he'll lose 2. So 4th down and 3, the Mustangs will punt it away.
And good chance here, though, to kind of flip the field, really pin him deep.
And he was kind of a little bit under pressure. I think he probably ran a little too much with it, and then all of a sudden realized that they had a stinger coming around on the right side. Puts it back to the 21-yard line.
I took a good Mustang bounce, and now you're at the 21-yard line. So you still are going to make you still allow the defense kind of have 79 yards behind you. They give them a little bit of room, put them back to a long field here. I think we got to keep up with the pressure. Our defensive line's got to smell that little bit of blood in the water. I think we're capable of going and getting a sack here when they drop back.
Yeah.
We're just going to have to dial it up, maybe get a little bit creative on what pressure we're bringing, maybe, some type of twist or a slant stunt or something like that.
Your defense has only given up 1 touchdown in the first quarter, held them to a field goal on the next possession, flag down in the backfield, kind of a end around to number 10, Avon Goodland called his number several times tonight. Be curious to see. Yeah, it's going back against Wagoner. Is that a hold?
Yes.
Okay.
And so that's their 4th holding, in holdings. And that's actually their 7th penalty already tonight.
And Wagoner coaching staff going to want something different out of that as you're preparing for playoffs. Granted, they will get a bye, correct?
Yes, they will get a bye, and then they will host the following the 2nd round. So potentially that could be someone, once again, from our district. They could see that guy, or they could see who we trade with, whether that be Salisaw, Ada,
really meet
Podo.
The West until you get into the semis, right?
Yes, correct.
Normally, those are the finals, right? You wouldn't meet a Bethany or
normally
Elk
not.
City or something like that.
No, people we played in the past, like Clinton or something like that. You travel there, Tuttle, someplace like that.
All right, 1st down and 20. The ball's back at the 11-yard line. Mustangs creating a little bit of pressure, and so kudos to the back end of the defense there for holy Moses. They're just going to push the pile forward. He's going to pick up 10 just on a quarterback keeper.
Yeah, but you were saying the secondary did a great job there.
Yeah, there was nowhere for him to go. He wanted to throw the ball, but our secondary was in right positioning, right lanes, and just didn't have anywhere to throw it. So gain of 11 brings up 2nd down and 9 for the Bulldogs. 9:32 left to play until halftime. Quick screen out. Going to be brought down. I believe it's a gain of 10, enough for first down. It's that yards after contact where they're so dangerous.
Yeah, you see he's able to make a guy miss, and then some unselfish blocking out here on the edge by his teammate there, able to really get a good block and pick that up and use it.
4 receivers in the set for the Bulldogs in the all-white road jersey. Hand it off up the middle. Not much there. I believe that was Gavin Salt that brought him down.
Yeah, able to bring him down there for no gain and gets him behind schedule. It's not really a negative play for him, but it's, you could call it a positive play for our defense. Puts him second down and 10.
Hand off. Nope. Even faked me out. Pitch and catch to number 3, Matson Swanson. Gain of 12, first and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Kind of one of those plays where they're just going to make us wrong in that if we drop back and cover the slant, they're going to hand the ball off and we're going to have one less guy in the box. You know, we decided to play the run, you know, because our running back is so talented, able to kind of sneak a slant behind us there.
Kind of an RPO, if you will. That quarterback read that. Handoff right up the middle. Number 21, the ball carrier, Tyshawn Williams. Gain of 11, first and 10.
They've got like 2 or 3 different senior running backs that are all very talented and all run with great speed.
A little bit of comparison between the programs. I'll complete that thought after I give my best attempt here. Everybody's bunched up at the line. Williamson again, the ball carrier, gain of 3. So Oologah is surrounded by Claremore Sequoia, Claremore, Collinsville, Nowata, Oklahoma Union. You can even get to Owasso. Oologah literally sets kind of right in the middle of a lot of different school districts. And Wagoner is far enough outside of the Tulsa Metro, not far from Muskogee, but they're really kind of out there isolated by themselves to where here you have pressure. Incomplete pass.
You talk about Muskogee, though. There might be something in the water in Wagoner County because Muskogee's also a #1 team in the state in 6A too.
But there was a time when Wagoner greatly benefited from Muskogee being a down program.
Yes.
Then it was move-ins. Now you've got the open transfer. But then Wagoner, and honestly, I think that's really what helped Coach Condit start that run of success. Is they had a little bit of success, and then they got some Muskogee players, if they will. There's been time we got Owasso players. Times, I mean, the team we were just talking about a moment ago, several of those guys were move-ins that became helped Mustangs find success.
We've got a 4th down and 11 now. That screen, inaccurate pass because of the pressure from Roach, and now you've got a behind the chains on 4th down, and I think they're going to run the punt team on here.
All right, big 99.
You really would hope he kind of big legs this one, puts it in the end zone.
Yeah.
And doesn't really pin you. He's got the wind in his face, so it kind of becomes easier to not put it in the end zone.
Zevelin Belegalong is his name. And don't ask me to. I don't even know that I got that right. Delay a game, back him up 5. Maybe they did that on purpose.
I think that gives them just a little bit more room for that kick we talked about. He probably does have a little. We saw him have the big leg earlier, the big punt. So they're going to give him a little bit more room to squeeze this one in closer to the end zone.
One of the fun things I get to do, I'm actually the backup PA announcer for. There's the punt for the Tulsa Drillers, and love being a part of that organization. Boy, because that hit his knee. That 50 for the Mustangs, that was Warren Pierce. It popped his knee, and he was able to jump on it.
Good job heads-up play, though, kind of correcting that. Unfortunate, he's just trying to run down there and make a block, and everybody's saying get away, and he's doing his best. He can't see the ball. It's coming from behind him, but good job being able to fall on it, get the ball back to the Mustang offense. They're going to take over here with 6.5 left in the first half, and it's flown by.
Yeah, it really has, and a lot of run game. Back to my point is when you're pronouncing baseball names, you got to get clarification sometimes because the way it's spelled ain't the way it's pronounced. And then sometimes I'll do FC Tulsa, our professional soccer club, too, and that really can be fun. So had a lot of fun doing that. A lot of pressure coming in on Garrett. He's just going to – the ball's on the ground. Nope, they're going to say forward momentum had stopped. We'll take the loss. Looks like a loss of 5. Boy, defense just came with their ears pinned back. Oh, flag down.
I think he might have got face mask. I saw his head kind of duck down. I'm not super sure.
Let's see.
Oh, they're going to call intentional grounding. Okay. So they're saying he threw the ball. I thought he just lost it. So that's a loss of down because of the intentional grounding. So there's not an eligible receiver, and the ball doesn't get past the line of scrimmage.
So where do they place the ball?
I think it's half the distance because they're close enough.
Well, why wouldn't he? I mean, why wouldn't he go back to the original line of scrimmage and then go from there? They're acting like they took it back from
took it back from where the ball was thrown almost.
Okay.
Interesting penalty there.
And I am not a rules expert, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know how they
deepest
marked
apologies.
That off, yes.
But if it's an incomplete pass, I don't know why you're handoff going to go up the middle. No gain. At this point, you want to be very careful. Last time you were down in this moment, you gave them 6 points. Mustangs looking for something to happen in the run game. It hasn't. Mustangs have not been very effective running the ball tonight.
You really kind of want to just get a chunk play out here.
Yeah.
If you're not going to pick up the first down, give your punter some room
Opportunity.
to not
So he's
be
not
standing
punting
in
in
the back of the end
blue.
zone.
Absolutely. All right. Garrett with some time to roll out. Oh, man, overthrows Lustig just a little bit. Here comes the punt team.
So we talked about going to have to be careful. Now we've got to be really careful. You don't want to give a safety here. Now with the short field, they're going to send some bodies. They're going to come after us here to try to block this. So going to have to be careful. Going to have to get this blocked up well. And give us some time just to get it punted away.
He is 2 steps away from. He's literally closer than I think he wants to be to the line of scrimmage. And, man, that punt, they actually may return that. He didn't indicate anything. The flag going to come down.
Not sure what that was on.
Over here on our sideline. Came in, yeah. Waiting for the white hat indication here. He's going to talk to the sideline judge. Coming up at halftime, got a couple of special guests that are new to the Mustang family. I'm going to interview a couple of our new coaches.
Kind of referee huddle here.
Yeah. The saying is huddles don't go well for Mustangs.
Interesting. See what it is. It was a weird flag. Kind of came in like right on our sideline.
All right. Anticipating the call from the white hat. Holding. Okay. Man, how many penalties is that for them, Blake?
I'm going to have to count them up. That's 9, and 5 of them are holding penalties.
Holding penalties, yeah. You know Coach Condon's going to be frustrated about that as he's trying to utilize tonight's game to prepare them for playoffs. And, man, just a lot of mistakes have kind of let the Mustangs hang around. Our defense has held their offense really to just 1 touchdown.
1 touchdown in that field goal.
Where they were at the goal line, we backed them up.
Yeah, and they had that onside kick, so they started on our side of the field on that drive even.
And then their defense scored a 23-yard pick.
Kind of a, I think, fumble,
scoop
whatever.
Score,
double
pass
type.
So, all right, little trickery. Mustangs will stay home. They're going to bring him down. No gain on the play.
Shout out to Landon Roach right there.
Yes.
Was disciplined and wasn't over-pursued. Stayed in his gap and knew I have to stay home and do my job. And that is when you have success as a defense, is when you're all playing as a team and not individuals.
Ball's right at midfield. It's on the 49-yard line. Second down for Wagoner with 4 receivers in the set. Mustang stunning a blitz. Going to bring some extra pressure. We're going to say complete pass, gain of 13, 1st and 10.
Lowe did a good job of getting his hands underneath it and scooping it up. But again, we had him flushed out of the pocket. We had pressure on him. We're just unable to get home thus far. But I think as the game goes on, maybe we dial up some different blitzes. I think we can get there.
1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Handoff going to go up the middle. Running back we haven't necessarily seen yet tonight, Trace Horton. He'll pick up 4.
And we talked about that. It's kind of running back by committee. Obviously, you know, they have a really good running back in Trenton Edwards, kind of their main guy starter, but they've got a lot of guys that can run the football.
Wade Peters on the tackle. Had a short conversation with Wade today. Handoff around the right side. Going to scurry forward for 7. Trenton Edwards, the ball carrier. 1st and 10. I asked Wade, how many tackles are you going to have tonight? So he was in the 7, 8, 9 range. So,
and we need him to have that kind of night. And you want him to have that kind of night as a senior. You know, your last football game that you're going to play as a Mustang.
All right, pitch and catch, left side.
Able to get open, but good job there by Lucky by bringing him down. No really yards after the catch there.
Jackson Lustig on the coverage, gain of 9. I did tell Wade I was going to change his name with a French accent and refer to him as Wade Peters for the rest of the game, and he didn't think that was funny, and I'm assuming y'all don't either. So here we go. Quarterback round the left side. Gonna scurry into the end zone. 6 more for Wagner.
Yeah, and you saw them kind of doing what they do right there. He was dropping back, kind of dialing up the passes, and then they get down in striking distance, and they just let him run the football. And great runner. Like I said, he's a veteran of this offense. He's a veteran of the Wagner. He's got an older brother. He's got a younger brother. That family is vested in Wagner.
They're Wagner football. All right, Bulldogs. Zevelin Belangalong on to attempt the PAT. Ball down, kick on the way. It is good with 2:48, 40 left to go till half. The Bulldogs on top, 23-0. Blake, let's go back to when it was 9-0 and you had that moment. You not that you had Bulldogs on their heels, but they were a little surprised at how your defense had played with them. And, man, just an offensive missnap, let them scoop and score for 6, and then, like, from that point on, it just, like, took the wind out of the Mustang sails.
Yeah, and we talked about those gifts. You know, when something like that's taken away, it really does do just that. It takes the wind out of your sails. You kind of get feeling down about yourself. And I think it's important for these Mustangs to realize that we're not necessarily out of this, and we're competing with this team. And defensively, Coach Adler has our guys in the right spot and is doing a good job of confusing this offense and getting guys in the right spot. We're getting pressure. We're just going to have to kind of dial up at the same time. We had times when our pressure is really good from the defensive line, and then we've had times when the coverage has been really good on the back end. We're going to have to put that together.
Absolutely.
And that's where we're going to have some more success on defense.
Coach Noble's excited about the youth on his roster, and of course he's 9.5 games in as a head coach too, and so there's been a lot of learning from your coaching staff. You know, a couple of new guys on this staff that have had to learn to gel together. You got to learn personalities and temperaments. Maddox DeVilbiss on the return for the Mustangs, out to about the 29-yard line. They'll take over 1st and 10.
2:45 here on the clock. You got 2 timeouts. Would like to see the Mustangs get the offense start clicking. Again, we're really close. We've had a few mishaps, a few missed throws or drop passes, some pressures that we got some guys in the backfield. If we can just kind of put this thing together, kind of get the puzzle pieces all in the right spot, I think we can move the ball a little bit.
Be nice to finish this one out and get some points on the board with the last 2:45, so we'll see if the Mustangs will play with urgency. You got to get that first down. It feels like sometimes the first down. Garrett to Gavin. Pass complete. Gain of 4. Salt to Salt.
Good job there he had pressure in his face, just able to deal the ball out and picks up positive yards and stays on schedule. There's the biggest thing.
He's had pressure all night long. I can maybe think of one pass because he rolled out. He had more than an average amount of time he's had tonight, but he's just had pressure. Garrett's been under pressure all night long. All right, 2nd down, 6 coming up. 2:12 left to play in the first half. 4 receivers in the set for the Mustangs. Little screen pass out to Aiden Gaines. He'll fall forward for a gain of 2.
Kind of had a lot of nifty moves for those 2 yards. I mean, really, we got a bulldog down, slow to get up. He is going to get up.
They're going to pull the old miss moment and stop the clock. He don't want to come off, but I think they'll have to because they stopped the clock for him.
Yes.
All right, 3rd down and 4, a manageable situation for the Mustang offense. It is senior night here at Mustang Stadium on a Thursday night. Maybe you're late tuning in, and it's because of the severe weather that we're anticipating tomorrow night that the teams mutually agreed take a timeout. There's one on the field. We'll take it as well. Be back for the last 1:53 of the first half right after this.
RCB Bank is community. RCB Bank is friendly customer service. RCB Bank is trusted. RCB Bank is here to help. RCB Bank is yesterday, today, and tomorrow. RCB Bank is everywhere you need us to be. We are RCB Bank. Open an account online today to see why our customers always say, RCB Bank. That's my bank.
Welcome back to Mustang Stadium on a senior Thursday night. Because of severe weather in the forecast. Blake, Monday, were you on? Monday, did you work?
No, I did not.
Okay, so all the storms, right, it's November, okay, and it feels like March, and my phone starts blowing up, and people are like, you okay, you okay, you okay? Well, there's a tornado about a mile from my house, and I did what every Oklahoman does. I walked outside and watched it, I actually didn't see it. It was rain wrapped, but there's damage down on 3500 about a mile from me. All right, here we go. 3rd down and 4 for the Mustang offense. Pressure coming, a little shuttle pass. That time it works. Salt to salt, gain of 4, 1st down and 10.
And is it inappropriate to make the comparison to Mahomes and Kelsey there? I mean, I'm just shovel pass.
Hey, man, it's senior night. I'm here for it.
Cool. Another wrinkle. We haven't seen that at all, and I think you're seeing that pay off in Wagoner. They haven't seen a lot of our offense that we've shown tonight, and I think that's why we're having some success.
You caught the line over pursuing just a little bit, created just enough of a gap. Gavin finished that by carrying tacklers forward. All right, Wagner showing blitz. Garrett had a hand on him in the backfield. I think he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. And again, you would love to see forward progress each play because, man, when you get off schedule, when you're 2nd and long, it just puts a little more pressure on what you have to do.
And it allows them to play their style of defense, which is just pin their ears back and come after you, blitz their guys. When you get them on their heels a little bit, they don't like playing that type of defense. They're capable of it, but they just don't do it a whole lot. So now in 2nd end, we got to pick up a chunk. We got to go get 7 or 8 yards. Now we're under a minute here in the first half, and we're going to have some tempo and pick it up, and we might even have to use some of our timeouts.
If you don't look like you're going to get the 1st down, burn the clock. You know what I'm saying? Don't give Wagner an opportunity on this side of the field. A little bit of a miscue as to what was happening there. Garrett tried to make something happen, but he's brought down for a loss of 3, and I think Wagner going to take a timeout.
Yeah, and just like what you said, for them to burn the clock, which I think that might be their 3rd, so they're going to be it, but so essentially what we've got to do is we've got to take 3 seconds off the clock here.
Yeah.
So that way we can just be done with half. Because like you said, your 3rd down and long, you may not pick up this 1st down, and if you don't want to give the ball back to them, especially on our side of the field right at the end of the half.
And they're hoping you will. They're hoping to put you in a situation where you got to punt it. He pushes perfection with those guys. He wants to make sure that they stay sharp and execute. There was a day, talked with Brian Hope when he gave his speech at the Hall of Fame banquet. I had forgotten this, that team that made us run all the way to the state, played O.C. Millwood in the state championship game. There were a lot of second halves R1s did not play. Okay, so that's great for your program because you get younger guys that are getting significant snaps. Well, guess what? The next year, that crew went all the way to the state championship game and played Weatherford in that game. What they ran into at the state championship game, your starters weren't used to playing 4 quarters.
Yep, and that's something that is such a big and crucial thing here. It's almost like you're not in shape to do it,
Correct.
and you're not mentally in the game
Correct.
to do it.
All right, just going to hand it off up the middle. Pick up about 6, but not enough. Going to bring up 4th down.
Well, I guess they have another one. I thought that was all 3. I must have miscounted. But so they are going to get to stop the clock, and so
they'll get it back with roughly 19 seconds.
Yep, we're going to have to punt it away, and you want to, if you can, as much as you can.
You want to make them go the distance. You want a good punt here, and make them. Man, don't give them anything cheap. I don't know that you're in fake territory here in this situation.
I don't think you want to. I think you want it. That punt's going to take a lot of time, and so you want it to punt the ball away, and maybe it can run 10 seconds off, with the roll and everything like that.
All right. Just a few seconds away from halftime. Wagoner took the timeout, and they're ready to go back. Here come the Mustangs.
Yeah, and you do see Tucker Rogers back out. He's going to get this punt. So we got to get it blocked up well and give him some time to get a good punt off. Got the wind at his back, so that'll help.
Mustangs making sure they got the right personnel in there as Braxton will run in. 18 seconds on the play clock. They got plenty of time here to make sure they execute it well. Wagoner going to bring pressure. You thought they would. Man, what a good punt.
Now just got to cover well.
How about that? Oh, man, I thought they had him. Come on, guys.
He's got the speed. We're going to have somebody with an angle on him here.
Man, Jet Griswold will bring him down. Looking for laundry. I don't see any.
But that kind of actually worked out for us because it took all the time.
Yeah, man. Jet
really saved the day on that one.
And you saw his name, his speed. He was able to just kind of dive at his ankles and do that. We're going to come back with a halftime show brought to you by American Bus. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more Mustang football right after this.
Life doesn't wait for you to slow down. When you're moving fast and something doesn't feel right, Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma is here to help you stay in motion. Through our combined expertise in orthopedic surgery, non-surgical medicine, and comprehensive whole patient treatment, our team has your back and every other joint too. Ready to get back out there? Visit AOOK.com and let's move forward together. Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma. Heal, recover, advance.
I will tell you the care I've received here at Advanced Orthopedics is wonderful, phenomenal. My knee had just deteriorated where it was bone on bone. Same thing for my hips. Going about my day-to-day activities, whether it was at work or with family, that was constantly on my mind. It affected my ability to sleep, ability to walk. I'm very happy with the staff here at Advanced Orthopedics. I'm so happy with the results that I've received.
A water faucet with clean water, a reliable car on a busy day, a faithful dog, and reliable insurance. They're there when you need them. Coach Jason Brown and Chalkline Insurance is your local insurance agent. After 20 years in coaching, Jason is using that work ethic to take care of you and your family. Chalkline Insurance is locally owned by a name you know and backed by an agency with more than 30 years of experience. If you own it, we can insure it. For all your commercial, home, rental, auto, and recreational insurance needs, give Coach Brown a call at 918-789-3848. Chalkline Insurance, your local insurance agent in Oologah, where character creates connection.
Since 1951, Neely Insurance and Financial Services has been a trusted name in Claremore. Located at 965 West Will Rogers Boulevard, we are a third-generation family business built on a foundation of trust and dedication. With over 70 years of experience, we've seen the industry evolve, and we're here to help you navigate it every step of the way. At Neely Agency, customer service is our #1 priority. We offer personalized assistance for all your insurance needs. Whether it's home, auto, farm, or boat insurance, we've got you covered. Need coverage for your flood or recreational vehicle? We handle that too, protecting both your family and business. But we're not just about insurance. We also offer a wide variety of financial services to help you plan for a secure future, including investment products, financial planning, employee benefits, and more. Stop by or call Neely Insurance and Financial Services today, where experience meets trust. Visit us at 965 West Will Rogers Boulevard in Claremore, or check us out online at neelyagency.com.
Exercise has always been part of my life. I've always been an active person. I was diagnosed with spondylolisthesis. I knew that eventually I was going to have surgery, but I kept putting it off. I felt like I was being listened to, and I never felt any pressure. The techs, nurses, PA, surgeon, everybody that would come and visit me did a wonderful job. I just feel like they gave me my life back.
At All Smiles Dental and Dentures, we are more than just a dental office. We're a place where your oral health is our top priority. We're committed to creating an exceptional, affordable experience while building lasting relationships with our patients. Our local doctor-owned practice ensures that your treatment plan is driven by your optimal health, not by insurance company restrictions. From comprehensive oral health exams, biannual checkups, and oral cancer screenings, to periodontal evaluations, dental cleanings, sealants, and fluoride treatments, we're here to take care of your smile every step of the way.
And if you're in need of dentures, we've got you covered. With our on-site lab, we specialize in creating high-quality, affordable dentures quickly, so you can get back to smiling in no time. Visit us today at All Smiles Dental and Dentures right on Highway 169, where your health and your smile come first. Give us a call at 918-443-9900 to schedule your appointment.
We said we'd never break the 3-second rule. Never do that. And never become a minivan mom.
Hey, Chris.
As parents, we say never a lot, but never happens. So when you say you'd never leave your child in a hot car, know it can happen. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock.
American Bus Sales is celebrating 20 years of service, and we couldn't have done it without you. Founded in 2004, just outside of Tulsa, Oklahoma, we've grown into one of the most trusted names in the bus sales and rental industry across North America. Whether you need school buses, new and pre-owned shuttles, vans, handicap-accessible vans, or top-of-the-line coach buses, we've got you covered. We offer a wide range of buses and shuttles available for both short-term and long-term leases. Are you planning a one-time trip? Do you need a long-term contract? We have your transportation solution right here. We also specialize in selling renovated and customized buses and shuttles, and we buy quality used buses from across the country. Our extensive parts department supports repairs and restorations to ensure your fleet stays in top shape. For 20 years, American Bus Sales has built our brand on quality and customer care. We're proud to be your full-service fleet provider, committed to safety, reliability, and value. Visit AmericanBusSales.net today and see how we can help you with all your transportation needs.
Welcome back to the American Bus Halftime Show. Brent Kellogg along with Blake Salt and the rest of the Mustang broadcast crew. We are at halftime. The Mustangs find themselves in a hole 23-0 with the Bulldogs are on top in our American Bus Halftime Show. Got a special couple of guests with us today, folks that are relatively new to the Mustang Blue, which is why I extended the invitation. Would love for them to have the opportunity to kind of introduce themselves, tell their story. They hit the ground running at Oologah because both of them actually coach sports, and so it's a married couple that we were actually able to recruit, sucker in. I don't know how you say that, but Cody and Maddie Robinson are now part of the Mustang faculty, and Cody is softball, will help some with baseball too, correct?
That is correct.
Hang on one second. Let me make sure what I'm doing here. Talk for me again, brother man.
Hello.
Oh, there you are. Sorry about that. Sometimes you got to get things done. And then Maddie just finished up cross-country season.
Yes, it did.
Right? And so what else are you doing? Because, you don't really just do one thing around here. We have lots of different hats that we wear, so.
Yes, I think it's on my schedule to be a part of the soccer program, which would be awesome. So I think that's where I'm going next, but I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, state champions coming back in. So, yeah, Coach Bowers does an incredible job. So, first of all, where'd you grow up, Cody? I'll start with you.
I grew up in Dewey, Oklahoma, so I'm not too far from home.
Not too far from home, right. So was Dr. Wilkins there when you were there?
Yes, he was my superintendent my senior year.
Okay. So, yeah. So, Maddie, are you a Dewey girl too? Or
I'm not. That's a long story that I'll save you, but I graduated high school in Alaska. So.
In Alaska?
Yes.
Was there still ice? Like, is that a real thing? Like, when you think of Alaska, you think of the North Pole? Is that kind of how it is?
I mean, it is in the winter, definitely, yeah.
Okay. So, where'd you guys meet?
We've actually known each other most of our lives. So
okay.
originally,
so before you
here.
went to Alaska, all right.
Yep.
I see.
Yep.
And then where'd you go to college?
I went to Carl Albert State for 2 years.
And
played baseball there.
Played baseball. Okay.
Yep.
And I went to OBU for 2 years and played soccer, and then finished up at Southern Nazarene and playing soccer.
Awesome. Okay, so newlyweds. How long you guys been married?
What is it? 1 year and 4 months, I think.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
I've got a picture. I don't know if you've shown it already, but I got a picture of their. I Facebook stalked both of you a little bit, so I'd already kind of stole some of Cody's pictures because he's our softball coach, and you guys wrapped up your season. And man, I was just looking at some of the honorable mentions that we had. Moffitt and Seba.
Correct.
Were a couple of the honorable mentions.
Yep.
Here, actually, you probably can walk through those better than I can.
We had Moffitt, Seba, Gentry. Well, actually, Gentry and Jocelyn were first team all-district this year.
Okay.
But we had Macy Calico as an honorable mention, along with Emory, Edmondson, Callie Hogue, and Brooklyn Jones. And we are returning all of those but one. So we have a
senior night
really
was pretty
bright.
short for the
Yes,
softball program.
yes.
It really was.
We should have a bright future here for Oologah softball.
Obviously, softball's been a really important deal around here. Multiple state championships. Back in the 90s, I think they won 4, and Anyway, we're glad you guys are here. So when you're not coaching, what are you teaching?
So I teach 3rd grade over at the upper elementary.
Okay. Do you stay healthy? Because, man, there's a lot of germs in that building.
I sure try, but don't ask Cody. I come home sick about every other week.
Is that real? Like, you got to get the immune system. You got to get the immune system. And so, Cody, what else are you teaching?
I do middle school PE.
Okay.
So I get to throw dodgeballs at kids.
Oh.
So
kind of living my dream right now. So, anyway, so where were you guys? Where were you coaching before you came to Oologah?
We were both at Hera, Oklahoma.
And that's kind of south central part
it's
of the state? So
just east of Oklahoma City.
Okay.
About 25 minutes.
Yep. And when did you graduate college? You haven't been teaching really.
I graduated high school in 2014, so college was that 2019 area, 2018, 2019.
Okay.
So I've been coaching this will be my 6th year.
Being your 6th year coaching. Yep. And have family here. We're trying to move closer to home.
Yes, correct. Yep. All my family's still in the Dewey, Bartlesville area. I have a bunch of family friends that live in Talala also. So it just gets me closer to all the family, all the friends, and all the people that I grew up around. And it's nice family's getting older, and you don't get to see them as often when you're 3 hours away from them. So it's nice to get close and be able to see them on a regular basis.
Yeah, so I got a friend in Bartlesville that said, "Hey, I think you guys just hired my cousin." And I'm like, "All right, do tell them." They said it was you. And then when I saw them again, I said something about, well, you guys, you bought a house. I saw it on Facebook. You bought a house in Talala or something like that. And come to find out, like, you live a quarter of a mile from me. So we were just a moment ago, Blake and I were talking about the tornado, and it was a mile from my house, but it was really close to your house. You guys were here at school when that went through, correct?
Correct.
Yes, we were sheltered in the storm shelter up there by the cafeteria.
So because I'm watching Travis Meyer, and his hand is literally covering where my house is, and he says these words, "This is not a good situation." Of course, I'm staring out my front door going, I don't do anything. And since I'm still watching, I go, I recognize that road because the storm spotter went live. Was the road right in front of my house? And there I go. I watch him. Channel 6 storm spotter goes literally right in front of my house. So a little bit of damage, not too bad. I think there was a barn about a quarter mile below you that was destroyed. Some trees kind of knocked down. But, man, it feels like March. And here we are in November, but welcome to Oklahoma. So how's it? You have family in this area too, or are you just following this guy?
So most of my family lives in Ponca City, Oklahoma.
Okay.
However, I'm an only child, so my parents up and followed me wherever I go.
All right.
So they moved back from Alaska when I came back for college. So they've been back in Oklahoma.
And are they like here in Oklahoma? Like this part?
They moved back to Bartlesville about a year and a half ago.
Okay. Awesome. Well, man, I'm so glad you guys are here. How's it been being part of the Mustang family? I know you kind of got baptized by fire because you got hired, and then softball season starts and cross-country track starts. Maddie, I'll start with you. Like, just what's it been, your exposure to the Mustang family?
I love it. I don't get to see a lot of the other coaches and things like that, so I get a very different perspective in the elementary, but I can speak very highly about who I work for over at the upper elementary and who I work with. It's a magic building over there, and I wouldn't trade it. I joke with people that I used to work with. I didn't know there was better until we left, and I joke you'd have to fire me to make me leave. I'm not leaving. I love it over there, and I love everybody else that I've met outside of there is just so welcoming, and it's made it very easy for us to call this our new home.
Well, that's awesome. Cody, what about you? What's been experience? Welcome to Oologah. So
it's been fantastic. Like you said, it's kind of like we just got thrown in. You know, we started in June. We had summer softball, and then we go into July. We're already starting practice and everything, and we had so much support. It was so helpful just showing up and having all those people support us and have our backs when we had no idea really what we were doing at that moment. It's easy to get everything done on the field.
Right.
That's what we want, is just be field.
Yeah, let me go coach. I know how to do that. It's finding the house to buy and dodging tornadoes.
That's and having all those people just be supportive of you and getting us in the right positions. And, I've always wanted to be a PE teacher, and I now get to do that. And it's great. I love my principal. I love my admin, and I love all those people I work with, and it's great. And I get to, now that softball's over, I kind of get to hang out with the football coaches a little bit, get to know them a little bit more, and it's great getting to know those people because, building those relationships is what it's all about. So
Matt, let's talk with you. Let's talk about cross-country season. I know we had a state qualifier. Just how did that go for you guys?
Yeah, it actually went really well. We're a small group. My understanding is the program hasn't been back very long. Yeah. So taking over, it was kind of a jump, and I asked kids to kind of jump in full-heartedly. And trust me, I'm a little crazy. I ask a lot of them. But they did fantastic. I mean, I went with 5 boys, which is barely a full team all season, and they stayed healthy and they worked hard. Came up short at regionals. We competed in the toughest regional in the state.
Yeah.
However, our state qualifier, did fantastic and competed well on that level. I'm excited for next year. I hope I can drag a few more kiddos out to test it out. But I'm excited for what the future holds, especially with this group. I've got a large group of juniors that are going to be seniors, and they have great leadership.
Yeah. Well, we offer a lot of things for the class size. Like, there are 3A schools that don't play football. Imagine that. And, we really do offer a full smorgasbord, and decided about cross-country. It doesn't require a football stadium. It doesn't require a gym. It just requires some tennis shoes that that don't hurt your feet. So, Cody, we've kind of wrapped up softball season, baseball season right around the corner, working with Coach D. I know you've been exposed to him a little bit. Man, we're really excited about this year's baseball team. Just talk a little bit about in your heart about just the excitement of jumping in on that.
Super excited for it. I'm still getting to know – I finally get to get into off-season baseball. Yeah. So I still have some off-season softball and off-season baseball kids, and I'm getting to know those 8 that's in there. And I'm really, really excited to get these football guys out there and get to know them and build those relationships. And I've heard nothing but great things and how good we're going to be in baseball, and I really, really believe that. And I think just bringing some good energy and just kind of that good relationship building that I like to take pride in, that I think that's going to really help us out a little bit.
Well, I got to meet you guys tonight at the school board meeting that we hired you. A very short, brief conversation, but just really glad that you're here. Thanks for planning your life in Oologah and investing. And I'm really excited about both of the programs that you guys, Maddie, with you being over the cross country, and now Cody, you being over the softball program. Just really glad you guys are here, the positive energy you bring. And so want to say welcome to the Mustang family.
For sure.
So,
thank you. Awesome. We're happy to be here.
Going to take one more time out. We come back. It'll be the second half of the Mustang football. It's the Mustangs and the Bulldogs right after this.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Family. It's bigger than bloodlines, stronger than DNA. It's the circle we draw around the people that matter, the people we care about and care for, the folks who inspire us, guide us, root for us. Family means finding common ground, rolling up our sleeves, and making our way side by side. Armstrong Bank. Strength runs in our family.
Dreaming of building your perfect home? At Advanced Homes, we're here to make that dream a reality. Whether you're looking for traditional building or want more control with Cost Plus Building, Brian and his team have you covered. Cost Plus Building puts you in control, so you can better manage the cost of your new home.
Advanced Homes specializes in building on private property and is always available to answer your questions. Founded on a family tradition of excellence in construction, real estate, and land development, Advanced Homes is committed to quality workmanship, value, and Christian values.
At Advanced Homes, we embrace your individual style, working to design a home that fits you and your family. With over 25 years of experience, Brian has an exceptional ability to take your ideas and turn them into blueprints that bring your dream home to life. Call Advanced Homes today at 918-855-6597.
Or visit us on Facebook and at advancedhbi.com.
We don't just build houses, we help you build the home you've always dreamed of.
Welcome back to the American Bus Halftime Show. Brent Kellogg along with Blake Salt and the rest of the Mustang broadcast crew. Special thanks to Cody and Maddie Robinson, new to the Mustang faculty and being our halftime guests. Hope you enjoyed just kind of getting to know them. Blake, really excited about them being a part of the program. Just positive, young energy, and man, just honestly, we're really blessed to have some incredible teachers and coaches and staff here in the Oologah family, and uprooted their lives and became Mustangs, and excited to see the progress that happens with their programs.
Yeah, and it's also always awesome to welcome new people into the Mustang family and get to see these people come in and make a difference for the better and impact our kids and, you know, in our sports and in all of our extracurricular activities. And we always find such good people to come in and want to be a Mustang.
Kudos to the cheer program. I believe tomorrow they are competing at regionals. I believe that's going on in Oklahoma City. And so the cheer girls and parents and families will be going over to cheer them on. So wish them the best of luck. If they come out of that situation well, they will get to go on and perform at state. Went to state last year for the first time, I believe, since like 2012 or 2013. And so hoping our coaches and cheerleaders the best of luck tomorrow. Mustangs will get the ball to start the second half. Statistically, Blake, really, I'm going to brag on the Mustangs because they played a really good first quarter. I believe they got out of the first quarter 9-0. Wagoner, not on their heels, but just a little bit. I don't know that they saw that coming, and I don't know that anybody's put up that kind of fight against Wagoner.
I don't think they have, and I think we continue to fight in that aspect, and I think that's something we a little bit had them on their heels, kind of taken aback, because they were expecting us to probably come in and they get up like that and for us to kind of lay down. But the Mustangs showing a lot of pride tonight and really playing for that gold hat and the long blue line.
All right, the Mustangs take it at the 10-yard line and have really had a good return game tonight. This one get out to about the 36-yard line, so they'll take over first down and 10.
And a good job, you talked about a good return there. Sets our offense up in good field position. I'd like to see us get some stuff going here. You know, we saw a few trick plays. We had a trick play that didn't go our way. We've had some stuff go our way, though, in the offense. We've said it on that. We're just been really close to getting it all to click together. If we can just stay on schedule, I think the first and second down and to get us in a relatively short third down, I think that's our recipe for success.
Final half of football for the Mustang seniors wearing the blue and gold tonight. Handoff going to go up the middle. Looks like he'll pick up about 3.
And that's what you needed there. You know, pick up 3. You pick up 3 or 4 here on second down, and you're where you need to be on third down. We've got to stay on schedule. You talk about it. Forward progress is so crucial against this Wagoner Bulldog defense.
I believe this first down, too, is a big one. It feels like once you pick up that first down, then it just kind of unlocks some things for you. You get the defense on their heel. They would love to hold a 3 and out, but once you break that, it really just kind of opens up your offense. All right. Aiden Gaines in motion. Sam around the right side. Blakey's going to get it. First down.
And in those two plays, I feel like we really kind of went back to just our basic offense. We had a little bit of jet motion to cause a little bit of eye confusion, but really those are all plays we've seen throughout the season, and I think that's important to go back to what we're good at. What's our bread and butter? Let's go run it against this defense.
The third first down of the game for the Mustangs. We didn't really have that much productivity in the first half. I'm going to check to the sideline. 15 seconds on the play clock. Plenty of time. Handoff going to go to Sam again. I believe no gain on the play. Advanced Homes. If you're looking to build a home, give Brian Vance a call. AdvancedHBI.com. Building your dreams. I want to thank Armstrong Bank, working right along beside you for more than 100 years. Proud supporter of Mustang athletics. Pickup of a yard for the Mustangs. Second down and 9 coming up.
just kind of fought forward for that 1 yard. There just wasn't a whole lot there. Wrapped up early in the backfield, able to pick up one. So we talked about it. Now you're behind schedule. And this is where that starts. This is where that kind of Wagoner defense predicates on and is able to be super aggressive here on second down.
My hope for this crew is that they can, I'm going to use the term, play loose in this half. Enjoy this. Enjoy the lights. Enjoy the sound. Enjoy the moment. Enjoy the first down. Sam Hogue, he's hurt. How about that? Stampede touchdown. 4 plays, and the Mustangs find the end zone.
And that's a big one there. We talked about a big play on offense and something we haven't seen in a while. He just kind of busts that one up the gut, and that's a huge touchdown for the Mustang offense. Really kind of gets you back in this game.
Yeah. I'm really proud of Sam for that one. He missed 2 weeks with an injury. They have got him taped up. I think possibly maybe looking at some surgery in the offseason or what have you. And, man, kudos to that young man for pushing through. He loves to play football. And so breaking through the line, Stampede touchdown, and little brother will tack on the PAT. The Mustangs, Blake, got the goose egg off the scoreboard.
They did, and what a great way to do it. You know, you're talking about people who have put points on them have normally been kind of in that time where they pull their starters out, put the JV in, and we're scoring against their starters. These are their ones still out here playing, and we go out and we come out of the quarter or come out of the half here in the third quarter and respond very well on our first drive, something we haven't seen this Mustang team do all season. So that's awesome to get to see them. You talked about those seniors playing loose. That may just be the key. No pressure. There's nothing to lose here. Go out and have fun and kind of just play your game of football.
Enjoy for all of them, because for a lot of them it'll be 9 months until you're back in the same type of environment. But for this group of seniors, go enjoy this half of football.
You've really got to, and we talked about the bittersweet moment. You know, you're talking about you're under 22 minutes now of being a Mustang, and that time is going to go exponentially fast here in these last 2 quarters. So you have to enjoy this moment.
Ben Hogue set to kick this one away. Ball down. Kind of a pooch kick to the middle of the field. Number 9, the ball carrier for Wagoner.
See Garrett able to just kind of cut him low, able to bring him down, and they're going to have good field position to start off, but I think it's key. I think our defense is going to be a little more fired up because our offense came out and responded, so now they kind of are held accountable that you got to go out and help your offense. They come out of halftime with some adjustments. They come out fired up and really ready to be in this fight. Go give them another chance.
All right. Ball down the 43-yard line. Man in motion. Quick screen out. Oh, man, he had him. Just kind of missed him.
Was able to slow him up enough, though, for Gavin to get out there and kind of help, and just able to gain, I think, 1, maybe 2, and a long 1, a 2-yard gain. So 2nd down and 8. So that kind of keeps him behind the schedule. And I think that's important against the team. You're going to have to slow them down and wrap those guys up.
Mustangs aren't giving a lot of cushion to their receivers. Handoff around the left side, brought down. Number 47 for the Mustangs will make that tackle. Kudos to Landon Roach. We've called his name a lot tonight.
Yeah, he's having a really good game. And now you're 3rd down and about 7 along 6. And this is where you want to be. Your defense is coming out and responding as well. This Mustang entire team right now came in and made some adjustments at halftime, and they're coming out to fight.
Big 3rd down for the Mustang defense as they stunt to a blitz. Mustangs bring a blitz. Pass across the middle, complete to number 26. They'll bring him down, Anthony Coleman. 1st down and 10 for the Bulldogs.
That's a hard route to cover because he's going to press that vertically, and it's kind of like a bang 8 or a 7-yard post, short post. He pressed that vertical and cuts it inside, and it's kind of right on time, on target there from Charbonneau.
Wagoner only had 87 yards passing in the first half. Most of their gains were on the run game. Handoff around the left side, knocked out of bounds, gain of 5.
Yeah, and you kind of see the shiftiness of the back there, kind of did a little shake and bake in the backfield, able to skip it outside, and picks up a sizable gain there on 1st down. This time they are on schedule.
2nd down and 6 with 8:16 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Handoff up the middle. Man, he's got kind of a tall, lanky back, Blake, and so he can shift his body just enough to make a defender miss. You kind of call that kind of a shiftiness, if you will. He'll pick up the first down.
Yeah, and also his acceleration after that. He makes a cut, and he's back to full speed in just 1-2 steps. And so it's impressive to watch him kind of do his thing.
I believe they have a couple of, how about that, just brought down behind the line. Loss of 4. Kudos to the D-line, just kind of blowing that up. And I think a couple of linebackers came in on a blitz as well to kind of help with that. But Bryce Byers, who you got tonight in on that play.
And we talked about that, kind of dialing up special blitzes to get back there. We've been really close all night to making those tackles, getting those sacks in the backfield. It's just tying it all together.
2nd down, 14 coming up for the Bulldogs. Mustangs bring a blitz again. More pressure. Making that quarterback throw the ball before he's wanting to. Knocked out of bounds.
And they're still going to be behind the chains now on 3rd down.
Just a gain of 3, I believe.
Mustang defense playing well tonight. I know they gave up a couple big plays, but really, they've done really well for what's being asked to them. Number 1 team in the state, a team who set a passing record for their school, a senior quarterback that's playing really good football, a lot of things.
Say a gain of 2. 3rd down and 12 for the Mustangs. Charbonneau, the quarterback for Wagoner. Running back kind of hit out on the flat.
It's going to be close to where they spot him. It almost looks like he's short there. With that fall forward is where that ball is at. I think he's going to be short. It's going to be 4th down.
Swanson, the receiver, it's going to be 4th and 1.
We had a guy right in coverage kind of reach his hand. I think he was able to get his hand on it, just not quite enough. A good catch there by Swanson. So 4th down and really short.
I don't want to. Wagner obviously has athletes. Kudos to that young man for completing the catch.
Yes,
that was an athletic move. 4th down and 1 coming up for the Mustang defense. Charbonneau under center. He's just going to go forward. Yeah, he'll pick up the first down and about 3 more.
And you saw that. That was not the play he rolled out.
They were
going to throw the ball, and we actually covered it really well. It just left the running lane open, and he was able to pick that up. But we really stopped that play design and did a good job defensively there.
Your defensive line just got gummed up in the cluster that became the line of scrimmage.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They pancaked a couple of our guys, and so there was just room there for the quarterback to make a play.
You thought it was going to be kind of a sneak. You think with that big quarterback, back there, just kind of push the pile, get that half a yard, and they come out with what looked like kind of a rollout. He was going to try to throw it out on the edge.
I believe Wagner's going to take a timeout. I want to do something here. For the last 2 years, Blake, we've had the opportunity of students that work as a part of the broadcast crew, and they're giving up their Friday nights. They, possibly be down in the student section with their friends, but they're like, hey, I'll jump in the Suburban with this. And so there you kind of have picture. There's Nate Osborne. He's a senior. Asher Streeter, these guys are our camera guys doing what they do best. Apologize, the lighting's not, but it's okay if the lighting's not that good. Some things. I've got some pictures of those guys. There you go. There's Nate. Look at him. Look at him as a 4th grader. That's a good-looking guy. There's Mr. Asher Streeter as a 4th grader. Appreciate those guys and just their commitment to the Mustang family. And the operator camera is going to miss those guys. Going to enjoy watching them play baseball their senior season. Really excited about Mustang baseball this spring.
Got a different quarterback in, though.
Yeah, number 1. We saw him on that 2-point conversion, Stylen McHenry. It was 1st and goal from the 8. He's going to pick up a couple. 2nd down and goal from the 5.
You see Charbonneau coming back in and out. You wonder just kind of a different look, kind of try to confuse our defense. What are they going to do? Catch us on our heels.
McHenry most likely be the starter next year. He's a junior. Charbonneau, senior. Blown up in the backfield, Blake. That's a couple of times tonight that the Mustang defense has been backed up against a wall. Warren Pierce last time was the guy that backed him up. So a loss of 5.
And really just playing with their hair on fire. The defensive line, they're getting off blocks and getting in the backfield, and now we've got them backed up again, back to the 10. 3rd down and goal. And I think you're starting to get a little bit, once again, in Wagner's head a little bit. You're starting to have them wondering if they can do this.
Don't know that anybody, including Cushing, I don't know that anybody's kind of put up this kind of fight with him all season long. Pressure comes. Oh, incomplete pass, 4th down.
Now interesting to see what they're going to do. Are they going to kick a field goal and take the points, or do they feel like they can punch it in? I think they're going to just take the points.
Yeah, I think they're going to bring Zevelin Belengalong in, their kicker. I'm just using my PA announcer abilities there. Folks, I'm sorry. All right, 4th and goal from the 10. Kick is up, and it is good. So the Bulldogs will tack 3 on. Mustangs trail 7-24. Blake, when you look at, and I know we've still got a quarter to play, and fatigue can become a thing in the 4th quarter. I don't know that anybody's held Wagner to 26 points in the first 3 quarters of the game.
I don't think they have either. And like you said, I think we're just putting up such a fight that it's catching this team off guard a little bit, especially here in the 3rd quarter. We talked about those teams. You talked about, Brian, of those teams not playing in the second half.
Yeah.
This team hasn't played in the second half very much, or if they have, hasn't been for very long. And so I think making them go to distance may cause them a little bit of fatigue, may cause them some mental errors that maybe we can capitalize on, because we have played the distance. We've had, to be in those tight games in the 4th quarter and really battle it out. I think the longer this goes, the better we'll get.
You look back over the course of the season, new head coach, couple of new coaches to the coaching staff, new quarterback that hasn't played quarterback. And I'm just telling you, in high school 4A football, quarterback play is that's even true in Division I college football. And so you had Garrett that he's not a quarterback, but he was willing to do what the team needed him to do. Roach on the return, going to run into his own guy. Brought down at the 25, 1st and 10 for the Mustangs.
But a decent spot there. You're out at the 25, not bad field position. And the way your offense performed, I know you had the big play, but you were moving the football when that happened. I think you can go out and replicate that and maybe put 7 on the board, make it a 12-point game. You're giving yourself a chance. You're staying in the fight. You're making Wagner really go and earn this one.
There's part of you that nobody wants to talk about moral victories, right? Like, let's talk about real victories. But this team really has gelled. I mean, I kind of wish there were a couple of more games on the schedule to watch them fight and watch what they do. Sam Hogue, the middle, gain of a yard. But they really, and some of that the game has slowed down somewhat to Garrett. Coaches bragged on him every week in our conversation. Every week, he's getting better at his progressions. They're walking through those progressions. And so obviously you've seen they were prolific in the passing game the last 2 weeks. And we were so run heavy in the first part of the season. Well, when you have a good passing game, you can have effective run game. Garrett going to pitch that out. Sam leaves no gain on the play.
And they're just able to capitalize on some speed there. Their linebackers came downhill. We kind of had them beat for just a second, but they're met us at the line of scrimmage, and we're no gain. So now 3rd down and 10 ahead of the Mustangs.
And this is a really hard situation for what you're in. Their defense plays so aggressive. They're going to bring guys. They're going to bring a blitz. They're going to bring a linebacker blitz. They're going to do something. And our offensive line has struggled just a little bit in giving Garrett time, but you're in a passing situation. That's why you're sending 4 guys out. And for your quarterback to have time, there they got a hand up. I believe number 51 for Wagner was able to get his hand up. Ryland Whitaker blocked that up. And so Mustangs here go 3. That's why I talk about it's important to get some yardage every play, because a 3rd and 10 against their defense with kind of the protection issues we've had tonight, that's a recipe for Wagner to do what they did. They brought pressure, and here we are punting.
Yeah, we're trying to dial up that little screen pass, and they're able to do a good job and gets a hand up and blocks. It's important we get a good punt off here.
Wagner brings pressure. That'll take somewhat of a Mustang bounce. I was going to say he was brought down, but he still got on his feet trying to fight to midfield. I believe they're going to say he got to the 49 line of forward momentum.
did a good job of kind of wrapping up there. I don't know, we missed a few, but we're rallying to the football and able to minimize that return because that could have easily been a big play for Wagoner. They got good field position now. Decent punt with as strong as the wind is right now. You can't tell on camera, obviously, but the flag has stood out straight and just ripping. It's pretty windy here at Mustang Stadium, so that's a decent punt for how windy it is.
It is. That flag is clipping. 1 yard away from midfield as the Bulldogs take the offensive possession. 4 receivers in the set. Handoff just going to go up the middle. Flag going to come in. He's going to get 9, but Blake, I believe this is coming back. That was thrown kind of at a hold.
Yeah, kind of right at the feet there of the lineman, so you think it's probably going to be a hold.
Yep. Holding on, the Bulldogs. That'll back them up 10, so brings up a first down and 20. Man, that is just a long list. If I'm the coaching staff for Wagoner, one things you want to do as you prepare for playoffs is you've got to minimize those mistakes. Maybe not your first game, but, man, as you progress through and the opponents get tougher, you're going to have to play 4 quarters and play flawless football.
Yeah, and there's a lot of good teams out there. You know, we talk about our district being really tough, and it is super competitive. But you look at those West Side teams, and there's a lot of good teams on that West Side this year.
Quarterback has all kinds of time. Will miss his intended receiver, Anthony Coleman. Second down, 10. Want to thank Chalkline Insurance Agency. If you're looking for insurance needs, give Coach Brown a call. Local insurance agent right here in Oologah. The Rogers Animal Hospital. You know where they're at, located right off 169 here in Oologah. And Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma, trusted for their experience and chosen for their care. Second down, 20 coming up for Mustang defense.
And we're right in the backfield. And again, Landon Roach
had a night.
And that's a young guy. You know, you're talking about a guy who's going to be returner. That's a guy who's going to play Mustang football again next year. And that's big time. Now you've got him back way up. Third down and 22 is what the scoreboard says. You've got to capitalize on this. Make them punt the football.
Loss of 2, Tayshawn Williams, the ball carrier for the Bulldogs. So the Mustangs will make a personnel change. Jackson Lustig, they bring him in from time to time on passing down situations, trying to keep his legs, you know, because he's one of the receivers under pressure. Man, get him out of bounds, guys. Oh, goodness. Gain of 24. Man, just made that happen, Blake.
Yeah, and you got to kind of give credit to him. Was under pressure, makes our guy miss, rolls out to his left, and then takes the football 24 yards and gets right to the sticks.
And honestly,
gets it
on their receivers for blocking up our guys. They just couldn't get off those blocks to make a play. He finds a seam on the sideline, picks up 24, first down. Handoff up the left side. Tayshawn Williams be brought down at the 8. And it just feels like that 22-yard play just, again, it's a couple of times tonight that wind just gets taken out of your sail, and here your Mustang defense kind of finds themselves in a tough spot.
Yeah, let's not forget, you know, they're the number 1 team in the state for a reason. These guys are loaded. Every position you're talking about, they've got size, they've got speed, they've got strength, they've got the athleticism. They pass the eye test. These guys are really good, and we're hanging in there. We're really putting up a good fight here as a Mustang team.
Quarterback keeper up the middle will fall into the end zone with $1:09 left to play. The Bulldogs 32-7. But I'll be honest with you, Blake. I just feel like this Mustang team has fought hard tonight.
Yes,
fought. When you look at records and the Mustangs only have a district win, you just kind of thought they had the opportunity to come in and roll over. And I think there's been moments tonight where Wagoner's been punched in the face and didn't really know what was going on. And Mustangs have put up a fight. PAT is up and it's good. So Bulldogs on top, 33-7. But they have beat most of their opponents in the 40s, some in the 60s.
Yes, they have been very, very dominant. The closest game you could compare this to right now is they beat Coweta. Their first game of the year was 36-7.
Okay.
So that's kind of your closest comparison to just this score. They beat Cushing 42-21. So Cushing was able to put up some points, but I think it was kind of later on in the game.
Right.
And again, they scored 42 points on them. Early on, we held the first quarter, we go 9-0.
Right.
And our Mustang defense played some outstanding football there in the first half. Just like you said, there's 2 or 3 big plays where they've really shown their athleticism, and you can see why they're that number 1 team in the state.
I'm sure as the older brother, you've had those conversations. Your 2 younger brothers are twins. Obviously, have had the opportunity to play all their sports together, wrestling and this. And, hey, guys, cherish this. Even regardless, take the scoreboard out of it. Cherish the lights, the sounds, the crowds, the cheers of that senior night. You've been through that. And when you walk off the field for the last time on a senior night, it just hits.
It does. It is different, and it's a surreal feeling. You realize, you're really done. And for a lot of these, some of these kids will get to go on to the next level, especially on that Wagoner Bulldog sideline. But for us, a lot of this time, these kids this last time, they're going to get to put on those helmets and put on the shoulder pads. And there's kind of a saying, you don't get to play intramural or recreational football. You can play basketball. You can go do church league softball. It's kind of really the last time you're going to get to play football.
I believe Mr. Byers will play on at the next level. I think he will have some opportunity. Some of these guys will go play other sports at the next level. But, man, something special. And about this place and this community and the legacy, we talk about the long blue line, which your family's a long blue line. When you go through your mom's side, you got some great aunts in there that have now into the Hall of Fame. Jet sweep around for Aiden Gaines. Lucky had his guy blocked up pretty good. He's going to cross midfield, knocked out of bounds at the 46-yard line, and a penalty. Tack on 15.
And you see that's just some frustration coming out of this Wagoner football team. They're not used to that. We have to control ourselves, so we got to go capitalize this. We're going to get 15 yards tacked onto that. So that's going to put us, the 32-yard line? So now we're kind of within striking distance, scoring distance, and it would be nice to go put 14 on the board because, guys, they've got all their starters out of the field. It's important for us to note that right now that's big.
Dead ball personal foul against the Bulldogs. It's first down. And, man, that's a long list of penalties that they've had tonight. That's a costly one, too. Just an unnecessary mistake. Playing too emotional, if you will.
And you see a big benefit there for the Mustangs. We're going to get an extra 15 yards on the end of that. 53 and a half seconds left here in the third quarter. And the Mustangs a little bit rejuvenated on offense.
Some depth to your offensive line. And a big need. I talked to a radio friend of mine a couple of years ago, and he goes, man, I know this. You Oologah boys sure produce some big offensive linemen. Well, it's been a minute, honestly, since we've had some of those bigger lines. And they're excited because there's some younger Mustangs in the pipeline, if you will, that are coming up. Glad to see Aiden walk off under his own ability. And Mustangs will sub somebody in. But there's just not a lot of guys on the depth due to some injuries and some other things. So it's second down and 10, 43 seconds left in the third. Mustangs would like to capitalize on this opportunity. All right, start the play clock, boys. Hand off to Sam up the right side. I believe he's going to pick up a yard, but man, just those 1 yard, no gain positions put you in a third down and long situation.
Yeah, you're third down and 9, and this, we've talked about it all game. It's putting you into a spot where Wagoner can bring those extra guys and they can blitz those guys. I think you might see us take this one to the quarter so we can talk about this and really get something dialed up here on third down.
Get me out of the third quarter. That's become my mantra for Mustang football. Let's get me out of the third quarter. When we come back, the final quarter of Mustang football for the 2024 campaign. We'll be back with more Mustang football right after this.
At Raising Cane's, we're huge football fans, but we're also fans of your local fundraisers and fun runs, small victories and big ideas. And yes, even the neighborhood animal shelter. I was getting to that. Plus over 30,000 other partners in the communities we serve. When you order our hand-battered chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade to cheer on your home team, you're also supporting your hometown. Raising Cane's Chicken.
Special thanks to Mid-America Feed, the highest quality livestock and feed service right there in Talala, Oklahoma. Texoma Tractor's a proud supporter of Mustang Athletics. We're talking about the long blue line, Blake, and of course your dad was a Mustang, you're a Mustang, but on your mom's side, that's a long blue line. I mean, there's some Talala.
Yes, my great-grandma actually went to Talala school, so but back before the merge and everything, so talk about the Salt lineage. We definitely, on my mom's side, we've been Mustangs for a long time.
Well, two of your great aunts are in the Hall of Fame.
Yes, shout out to Aunt Linda and
we put her last year, Aunt Linda Pavey. She went in the Hall of Fame last year, and then this year, Perline, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
Aunt Perline went in.
And I didn't realize till the other day that you're kin to all those folks. So, all right, Aiden looking to throw. He's got a guy wide open.
Oh, they're going to say no good.
They're going to say it bounced.
And you hear our Mustang
I agree.
faithful
I'm with you, buddy.
Won
What?
that one.
I believe that was lucky.
Really just dialing that one up and kind of reaching deep within the playbook.
And man, if Aiden would have had just a little breath of some time, I think he probably could have put that on the nose.
But you see them being a disciplined football team, and you know they stay home. They're staying the pressure. We're going to go for this here. You see Garrett coming over. Coach Noble on the sideline, going to get the play call, going to get it right. Got plenty of time, 15 seconds on the play clock. Big fourth down here for the Mustangs.
All right, Mustangs going to go for it. 4th down and 9 to 11:50 play in the ball game. Wagoner just stunning everything. A little bit of confusion. He's got a guy wide open.
And had a little bit, kind of wanted some sort of pass interference there at the end. Kind of pushed him out of bounds there. Maybe they're thinking it's uncatchable. Kind of threw that ball out there. Try to let him run underneath it.
He had a receiver right at the sticks, but I think he went for the deep ball.
Mustangs are going to call a timeout.
Timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. Be back. More Mustang football right after.
RCB Bank is community. RCB Bank is friendly customer service. RCB Bank is trusted. RCB Bank is here to help. RCB Bank is yesterday, today, and tomorrow. RCB Bank is everywhere you need us to be. We are RCB Bank. Open an account online today to see why our customers always say, RCB Bank, that's my bank.
Welcome back to Mustangsville. Brett Kellogg along with Blake Saul, the rest of the Mustang crew, and a shout out to our Mustang cheerleaders. And the girls in blue are the graduating seniors tonight. Recognize them in our pregame festivities, and just a fun group of kiddos, and parents will work hard to make that activity happen. They'll be competing tomorrow at regionals in Edmond, I believe. Never thought myself to be a cheer dad, Blake. It's been fun. It's been fun. My daughter, she never cheered in Little Mustangs or any of that, and last year said she wanted to try out for cheer. I said, knock yourself out. And she made it. Wagoner, 1st down and 10. Just going to pitch it out to the right side.
We're going to get a hold there. I think that's what that is. Kind of threw it right in the area there.
Yep, holding against the Bulldogs. Blake, yet another penalty on their pile.
Yes, and they've really had a lot tonight, and it just seems a little bit uncharacteristic out of this Wagoner team, and I don't know if it is because we have played them tough, and so it kind of has them a little setback. They might have been kind of looking through us a little bit, kind of looking towards that next week they've got it off. They get a week to relax, and they're going to get a home playoff game, and so next week you probably see them, they're going to go and scout whoever their opponent is, but you can kind of catch them looking through us a little bit.
All right, 1st down and 20. Gonna go for a deep ball. My goodness, on the money. Lucky Jackson Lustig on coverage.
Yeah, and just great pitch and catch. Charbonneau put that one right on the face mask of Swanson. Out to midfield now. I've always said there's nothing you could do about a perfectly thrown football, and that one you can't.
Yeah, that was right over the top of his shoulder. Well executed. Handoff going to go up the middle, brought down again. Landon Roach, man, has really flexed his defensive muscle tonight. He's played both ways. And but, man, we've called his name a lot tonight out of that linebacker position.
Yeah, and I think if you had to pick a defensive player of the game, you might have to go with Roach right now. He's done a good job of being in the backfield, making tackles, wrapping up. Really promising to see that young man, and glad to have him back next year.
3 receivers in the set for the Bulldogs. Mustang stunt a blitz. Quarterback across the middle. Incomplete pass, I believe.
It's going to bring up 3rd down and long now, kind of in the position that we don't want to be in. They're 3rd down and 9. Going to see if we can't dial up a little bit of pressure, I think.
Got him on a snap count. Son of a motherless goat. What was 3rd and long now puts you 3rd and manageable.
Yeah, and you get caught being a little too aggressive right there. You want to get in the backfield, and you see them. We've been so close. They wanted to get the jump, and part of that is timing the snap. Wagoner able to kind of capitalize on that.
All right, 3rd down and 4 with 10:27 left to play. Mustang still showing that blitz, bringing some pressure. Pitch and catch. Got to finish the tackle, boys. Get him out of bounds. Braxton Davis in coverage, 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and I think you kind of just see that play. It lets them kind of get into a scenario where they want to be. So they can kind of fake a run, or you're not sure that they're going to drop back and pass. 3rd down and 9, you're banking on they're going to drop back.
We talked a lot in the pregame walking through our starters. We got to the secondary about just the need for them to stay disciplined, finish tackles, because Wagoner, they've typically been a run, and they've been very effective running the ball. But this year, they have really just kind of lights out. Like, even in the first half, it was a heavy I'll take that back. They had a heavy rushing attack, but still, they love to pass the ball in the last half of the 3rd quarter and into the 4th quarter. Man, just some big bombs that they've been able to connect on that put you back on your heels. 2nd down and 9 coming up.
And he really, without one of their best targets there, and they're tied in tonight with Shield Night out. That guy's going to go to the University of Oklahoma next year to play. It's you're talking about big names going, Division I football. He's actually out tonight, so that's another weapon there they have in the passing game.
-2 on the pass, and Bryce Byers jumped on that tackle like he was finishing that bad boy. I don't know if it kind of stung him a little bit because he's
so 3rd down and long now. Behind the sticks, actually.
Mustang starter since he was a sophomore. A little quick screen out over the left side of the middle. Not enough for a 1st down. He's going to be about 3 shy, so it brings up the 4th down.
See what they got. I think they're probably going to go for this one.
Yeah.
They're close enough here, and short 4th down.
And every time they've gone for it, they have managed to pick up that 1st down. They've got so many weapons, whether it's a running back or the quarterback, just keep it, which is what they've done several times. Their big running back, Trenton Edwards, is in the game. Tight formation. Mustang stunning a blitz.
Really, we were there in the back. There's a flag on the play.
There's a flag.
Mustangs are saying it's going to be on Wagoner.
Man, I think the left side of that line moved.
We had guys pointing there. They might have. It's going to be a huge penalty if they did, because they picked up the 1st down right there.
Yep. Holding.
Wow.
It's even bigger than that. So, wow, put him back behind the chains. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, which is at the 25-yard line.
That puts him almost back there.
At the 35-yard line, yeah.
Kind of back in like no man's land almost. I believe they would be out of their field goal range, so you kind of have to go for it too close to punt. But it's 4th down and 12?
Yeah. Do it quick. Wagoner wants to take a timeout. Blake, let's take a look at how many holding penalties they've had tonight, because it's one of the things that, man, it's not ours to mention, but they certainly want to clean that up before you get into kind of the throes of playoffs and you're going to face a Clinton or a Bethany.
Right. They've had 12 total penalties, and 8 of them have been holdings. So that's just 80 yards in penalties just on holdings.
That holding penalty just is a shoot yourself in the foot. Sometimes call them drop-dead penalties, because you can be like they were in a 3rd and 3 or 4th and short situation, and a holding penalty now puts you behind the chains, gives the Mustang defense just a little bit of room to bleed. And I want to say this too. The last couple of weeks, the Mustangs have won that penalty battle.
Yes.
That was not the case early in the season. Miami, we just had some just kind of pull your hair out frustration. They were playing frustrated, but they have cleaned that up over the last half of the season, and the Mustangs have won that penalty.
They have the Mustangs only with 3 tonight, and I think that's important to note. They didn't have one at all in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, you can see on the chain game, they're kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel there. We were minus a chain person, and so Dr. Wilkins, our school superintendent, is help running on the chain game tonight. All right, pass, got him wide open.
And that was just
a flag.
I think the touchdown's still going to count.
Yeah, it was dead ball after the fact. Hope that wasn't our guys. You just never know when they're kind of bumping chests and talking about it. And these refs have told them and warned them. And so when you've warned them enough, they're going to hit their limit, and that flag's coming out, and you're going to pay for it. It's going to be on Wagoner. Touchdown's good. Dead ball, personal foul against the Bulldog. How many of that? It's not the 3rd one?
Yeah, that's their.
They had the one that was right here on the sideline. I think they had another one down by the end zone.
So another penalty there for the Wagoner Bulldogs. And you're right, that's something that with this team goes on in the playoffs, they're going to want to have cleaned up just to help themselves out.
Mustangs. I think the coaches are saying, hey, it's your last half of football. Go get it, boys. Play aggressive. And just go get it. And so they've shown a lot of blitzes, trying to enjoy the last half, try to make some things happen. Mustangs trail 7-40, the Wagoner Bulldogs, with a final 8 minutes left to play. Blake, you think back over the course of this season, and again, I probably sound like a broken record. You're a couple of handfuls away from really competing for second in district, but the record doesn't look anything like that. I mean, Miami, you had the lead right up till the last, I think, minute 36. And just, a penalty kind of knocked you out of scoring position. For Gibson, you had your opportunities. Cushing, game really wasn't decided till the 4th quarter. And new coach, new coaching staff, new skill positions. And I think what will benefit from the marks of this season will be those guys that are sophomores. And really your juniors next year are going to have to step up and lead. And a lot of those guys have got significant playing time. Pooch kick over to the left side. Mustangs will just call for a fair catch at the 49-yard line, 1st and 10. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I think you could take probably anywhere from 5 to 10 plays in our season, and if those flip and go our way, we're potentially second, or even at worst we're 4th in the district, and we're going to go to the playoffs next week. And I think that's important to note. If we are in all those games, every game that you had circled going into this season of, hey, this is a must-win for the playoff, must-win for the playoff, must-win for the playoff, are one-score games that we had chances in and we were competitive in, and they just didn't happen to go our way. Those were all very good football teams and going to go play postseason football. And so I think the future is promising with this coaching staff and these young guys.
All right, Aiden Gaines out to the right side. I believe he is just 2 yards shy of the first down. So pick up 8. And it took gain of 9 on the play. It took a couple of games. That's why I say I wish this team had a couple of more games to play. It took Garrett a couple of games to find his stride. I kept saying Aiden's going to break out, and he did. I mean, he had Sam Hogue up the middle, pick up the first down, and about 4 more. Flag comes in from the far side. Probably going to back this up. Looks like maybe a hold.
Yeah, and like you said, though, but that was something that helped Garrett slow down. He kind of had a big target emerge in Aiden and kind of very reliable and somebody going to go get yards after the catch. So we'll see what the White has to say. It's looking like they're going to march us off against Wagoner, but I'm not sure. Our guy punching the buttons, Jason Streeter, saying too many men, and that is what it's going to be.
Didn't get him off in time. Our version of Bear the button puncher. Keeping us honest. Couldn't have had the season without Jason, Nate, and Asher. A lot of fun on Friday nights. And hey, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. It's been an absolute joy and honor for me. I believe this is my, I have to go back and count, 5th or 6th season. Man, I'm going to tell you what. We started with a with a home camera and a laptop. Rick Fisher, our IT director here at the school, helped us just kind of wire some basic things up, and school's made a big investment. Sam Hogue going to break through, gain of 14, 1st and 10.
And that's a big one. You talk about, the guys returning. Sam Hogue, a lot of explosiveness in his, in his running. You're going to need him next year.
And it took us a couple of games to figure Sam out because he did not start in the backfield. But, man, did he move to it. I mean, so Sam also, he played quarterback through JV. He hurt his shoulder, so he wasn't necessarily able to, didn't have a long ball, but the thought was putting him in the backfield. So now you have a dual-threat quarterback situation. Dude, just like this, tucked and run. Come on, Sam, get it in. Down to the 10, to the 5. Stampede, touchdown, Sam Hogue.
His 2nd of the night. We've got a flag back about the 3-yard line. Hopefully this doesn't come off the board.
Hopefully it's after. Might be a hold on a receiver that would really have been away from the play.
It's going to be a touchdown.
Personal foul, this time on us. 2nd touchdown of the night for Sam Hogue. Just good, strong outside running from him. As we were talking about, it took us a couple of games to kind of figure out where he best kind of fit in the Mustang offensive scheme. And, man, he has found a home in the backfield. Excited to see kind of what he'll be able to do as a senior running back. Ball down. Kick is up and a little bit to the left. So the PAT is no good, but the Mustangs will score 2 touchdowns on the night, trail the Bulldogs 40-13.
And I really think big credit to Wagoner. They've come in and they have been dominant. But I want to say I'm super proud of this Mustang team because I feel like the 1340 doesn't represent the fight we've put up, and I don't feel like this Bulldog team has necessarily been challenged in the ways that we have tonight. We've done a lot of things really well, and if you go back to that first quarter, we came out of that first quarter, the Bulldogs had 9 points on the scoreboard, and that was it. And it really felt like we had some fight. We had a chance, and we could come in and really make some noise here in this game.
I'm fixing to annoy somebody because they hate it when announcers do this. But if you could take a scoop and score off the board and 2 big play touchdowns that really you had them back 3rd and long and bam, they break 3. If you could take 21 points off the board, you're looking at a 13-19 ball game with 7 left to play. Now, you're not. I get that. I understand that. But to your point, this Mustang, really the defense tonight, I think has put up a fight more than what Wagoner anticipated, a la the 15 or whatever penalties they have. Wagner's playing frustrated, and they're playing a little too emotional. And so kudos to Coach Noble and his staff working this week to get the Mustangs prepared for this night. Not the way you wanted it to go, but Mustangs putting up a fight.
able to get him out of bounds, but he gets across midfield, and you saw the short, or us backed up on the kickoff. That was because of the penalty that happened after the play on the touchdown.
Man, a lot of extracurricular over on the sideline. The sideline guy was just not there, or I think there'd have been some flags. Their number 42 took our guy to the track.
Yeah, and you see that they are playing frustrated a little bit, and I think it is because it feels like a 13-19 game. You know, it really
with that
feels
type of
like
energy
that.
and fight in it. Yeah,
and let's let it be known again. It's obviously nothing's will come to this tonight. You know, they're just gonna roll on to the playoffs, but it's still Oologah-Wagoner, and there's been that rivalry in the past, and that means something to all these guys. You see a different quarterback change, you probably see some different personnel for them now.
Running back around the left side, number 21, Tayshawn Williams, called his name a couple of times, gain of a yard, 2nd down and 9.
You see Garrett make the tackle there for just a 1-yard gain. Clock approaching just 6 minutes here left in the 4th quarter. Probably see a lot of your seniors on the field if possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Second down, 9 yards to go. Ball handed off to
Hand off to Williams, the right side, gain of a yard, 3rd down.
And again, good job there by the Mustang defense. 3rd down and 7 now. What is ahead of the Wagoner Bulldogs? And you kind of got them a little bit behind schedule. If you want to say, but still manageable for them.
All right, 5:15. The clock continues to tick away. Thanks to all of our Mustang sponsors, like All Smiles Dental and Edward Jones Investment, Mr. Kent Jensen. Appreciate their support of Mustang football. Quarterback's going to try to keep that. He'll be swarmed. Stanley McHenry, loss of 4.
And I think by committee, but I think Garrett's going to get the credit for the sack. And you don't get a lot of sacks from the free safety position very often.
That's right.
You see him kind of fired up about that. So bring up 4th down and long. Going to see him bring the punt team on for the Bulldogs.
Brings up 4th down, 13 yards to go.
You hear the voice of Greg McElroy filling in tonight for Ken Jensen on the PA. Done a really good job tonight.
Back to receive the the Mustangs, number 7, Garrett Salt.
Mustang's going to bring a little bit of pressure. And that will just take a dead bounce. Mustangs will take over on the 26-yard line, 1st and 10. Some teams, Blake, will try to pick up the return guy or a returner they can get close to the ball, pick him up, set him on the ball so it becomes a live ball. That time, not so lucky.
Four minutes left here. Offense coming back on the field. Had some success late, just kind of been sporadic all game.
Wagoner defense showing a little bit of confusion. Hand off to Sam. Going to break a seam. Going to fall forward. Gain of 10, maybe 11. 1st and 10. Move the chains.
A good run there on 1st down. He gets the first down in the drive. Out to the 40-yard line.
350 and counting. Love to see the Mustangs play with a little urgency and cut into that lead. Mathematically pretty hard to come back and win, but getting another 7 on the board. Oh, the ball's on the ground. Actually handed to Aiden Gaines through all of that. Aiden on the left side.
Got an
Here we
edge.
go, Blake. Down to the 40, still on his feet. Knocked down at the 35. Stop the clock, move the chains. 1st and 10. Man, a gain of 25 for the Mustangs.
Yeah, and a big play there. Kind of looked like it wasn't going to go anywhere and able to salvage it. Gets across midfield now, kind of deeper into Wagoner territory, knocking on the door a little bit, like you said.
About Aiden as a sophomore, certainly has a lot of athleticism he brings to the table. Mustangs have some work to do in the off season. That's really what you saw there. I mean, he picked up a couple. Aiden has a skill of yards after contact. Of once that first defender gets a hand on him in some way, shape, form, or fashion, he's shifty, can kind of move his lower body to a point to get out of a tackle. And he picked up 3 right there. For 2:43 left to play. It's 2nd down and 7 coming up for the Mustangs.
And that's been a lot of times when he springs those big plays.
Yeah.
It seems like he's wrapped up and then he's able to break the tackle. And then he's got some speed behind him once he gets going.
Mustang offense on the move. Sam going to break through, get a seam, stop the clock, move the chains. 1st and 10.
And doing a good job here moving the football now for the offense. Kind of getting in a rhythm a little bit.
And an Oologah Mustang.
Ball at the 25-yard line. They'll start the clock. Mustangs in the huddle, breathing heavy as they're moving quickly. 13 seconds left on the play clock. Going to move Sam out. Garrett's going to keep it. Going to pick up. Oh, flag coming in.
Kind of in that holding
kind
area.
Of in a holding area, yeah. Saw a pancake go down. Hope it was. Yeah, they indicated against the Mustangs. So that'll back them up. Stop the clock at 1:51. Mustangs will, those headed towards wrestling will report to wrestling come next week. Those playing basketball will go play basketball. Winter sports are already practicing and underway. Boy, that backed him up big time. My goodness.
Yeah.
Handoff to Sam, going to pick up about 4. Clock continues to tick away with 1:26 left to go.
Like you said, you'd really like to go see the Mustangs get to go put 7 more on the board for these seniors. Just kind of get to one last trip into that blue end zone.
Thank you to Oologah Assembly of God for supporting Mustang football.
Thursday night ball game has a unique feel to it. Stands aren't necessarily as full. Really was kind of short notice as well. Getting word out. It's kind of messed up my week too. I feel like today's Friday. Garrett to DeVilbus, still on his feet. Going to pick up about 9, puts you in 3rd down and 9-ish territory with 40 seconds on the clock and counting.
Yeah, and that was a good pickup there on 2nd down, kind of get you back in the game there for 3rd down.
These things haven't taken a timeout. Hand off. Sam Hogue. Gain of 4. It's going to be 4th down. May just let this one roll.
Not if Garrett has anything to say about it.
Like, let's
they're
go.
trying
Let's
to get
go.
back
4th
in
down.
there. Probably going to be your last play of the football game right here.
Last play of the career for some of these guys. Sam Hogue up the middle. He will get the 1st down.
Sam Hogue with a gain up the middle for the Mustangs.
But he's slow to get up. Once they start the clock, this one will be over. Blake Salt, thank you, my friend.
It's been fun. It's been a good year.
It's been a fun ride. Jason Streeter, thank you, sir. You have been a fantastic technical director for us, and Asher and Nay couldn't have done it without it. I just have such a great appreciation for those guys. I've got to spend my Friday nights in the fall with them over the last 2 years. We have a lot of fun getting to do this. Folks, thanks for letting us, however you watch, whether you're watching on your phone, a lot of folks turn on their TV and put YouTube up on the channel. We certainly appreciate your support. It's not about us. It's not about the broadcast crew. It's about the students, about the coaches, administration, the faculty, and just the community. Blake, it feels like so much of the community revolves around, especially in the fall, what happens here on Friday nights. And we travel well as a team, and just thanks for your support. This is not the season anyone hoped for, wanted. season that you got, and so you have an opportunity to grow from, build from. I think the guys that are juniors now stepping into that leadership role, they've got some things to step up and do and work on, and you've got some younger athletes that are sophomores that certainly have some potential, going to get to fill in some of those skill positions. But I'm president of the school board. I want to say thank you. Thanks for your support, and thanks for the feel of this community, for where we are today as a community. And I've said it multiple times throughout the season, we are in the midst of an incredible school year here with our administration and with our students and the things going on. I think there's a lot of success still to go for the Mustang family among all the schools, whether that's the upper or lower middle school or the high school. I think there's some state champions in this group. Our jazz band has won 2 of the last 3, and I think they've got a 3rd one in them this year. Soccer, girls soccer, were 4A state champions. They're playing down in 3A this year. I think there's a state championship in there because you've got a lot of that same roster back. There's a lot of optimism with our baseball team, and really a team that made it to the state tournament a couple of years ago. A lot of those young guys were underclassmen then, watching, learning, and growing, and some new coaches in the system for our boys and girls basketball. And girls wrestling, was talking with one of the girls wrestling coaches just today. They're really excited about the girls and the fight that they have. And, man, off-season can kind of drudge on and get a little bit longer. We're just ready to go compete. We're ready to get to a tournament and really see kind of what we have. And I think there's a lot of success still to be had in the hallways with our FFA program, with our band and our choir program and our drama program. And it all comes from a supportive community of folks that are patting our kids on the back, encouraging our coaches, and it's just how we deal with business. Is what makes us an attractional community for people to say, hey, I want to raise my kids in the hallways of those public schools. And couldn't be more grateful for Dr. Wilkins, Kendra Atkins, our assistant superintendent, Kevin Hogues, our high school principal, and the administrators, and just the teachers. And we talked to 2 of them tonight at halftime, said this is the place we want to be. This is the place we want to raise our family, raise our kids, and that's what makes Oologah somewhat of a small town, but what makes it special. And Blake, you're a product of that Mustang blue and gold and that community feel.
Yeah, it really is a special thing. Just to talk about just tonight, it's a special moment when you get to put on the pads for the last time of being Oologah Mustang. It's a special moment to get to play on this field, to get to put on that gold helmet, to be a part of the long blue line. I can't tell you how many state champions I went to school with, whether that be in FFA and wrestling and swimming, and we had some great people that I can remember and some awesome opportunities. There's awesome kids in this group, and just the legacy that Oologah has in all sports and all extracurricular activities in band, FFA, choir, just across the board, our teachers. It's just a phenomenal program, a phenomenal school, and I'm super proud to get to be a part of this and get to call myself an Oologah Mustang.
Until we meet again, my friends, on behalf of Nate Osborne, Asher Streeter, Jason Streeter, Blake Salt, and our statistician, Johnny Deramo, man, he feeds us the stats at halftime. I appreciate him and all of the Mustang family. You folks have an incredible holiday season as Thanksgiving and Christmas are just upon us. And for all the broadcast crew, hope you have a wonderful evening. Till next time.